I think an introduction is necessary.
Juicy recap.
We last left the damaged goods, with their hands weighing heavy on the quill, their names signed in a contract, denoting that they would, indeed, accompany a sect from the Candlekeep libraries on their mission to recover information from the second level of hell, the city of Dis, ruled by Dispater. In doing so, you guys were told that the next morning you would set out after a total cleric, which you had met briefly, had sufficiently cleansed the portal room that you had been well acquainted with to make sure that you were safe. In doing so, the sun rose, each of you found your bearings, and with the packed up caravan of about, I believe it was 8 or 9 individuals, you set to the winding tunnels beneath Dragonspear Castle, to a stoned archway flanked by these individually carved devils, not knowing what might lay beyond. The activation process required a sacrifice. A blood of a celestial need to be laid and sacrificed for the portal to be opened. And in doing so, Vander was selected, and the portal did not open at his offering. Awkward. In a tight bit of a moment, Valenccya offered her hand.
Siblings are there for siblings, you know?
Yeah, offer up some blood.
The embered eyes glowed of the sort of demon sculptures, or devilish sculptures that flanked either side. After a moment, a raging inferno burst forth from the portal, and everything was ready, lest you only pass through. That is until you heard a resounding boof, 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 boof on the door behind. In a fit of panic, you scrabbled to figure out what was going on. Just moments before, an item was flung through the portal on that side, burst on the floor, dispelled the hollow spell, and breaking their way through the entrance itself was a terrifying, horned humanoid, a devil, a pit fiend, who immediately got to work trying to sprint past as many people as possible, tearing through one of the individuals of the expedition crew and crumbling them on the ceiling to help the suspended corpse of a fellow pit fiend, Bazaka, who was residing there before. You guys thwarted their plans, and in the throng of energies and weapon thrusts that attacked this beast, managed to fell it before it got to its final goal, and were able to finally be silent before the portal. You pushed your way past and found yourselves in a limestone keep, a darkened space that seemed to be an old fort. It seemed to be also be protecting something, as in the next room you found a floor about, I think it was 15 to 25 feet long, full of glyphs that were written in a language only some of you understood. A puzzle that you found solved pretty easily. You managed to pass your way through, and in breaking to the other sides, you found the ruins of an old barracks, what presumably could have been used to fight in the endless blood war. You guys are the only sole inhabitants, and that's where we pick up this session. However, the dank interior is still giving the first signs of what to expect outdoors. Upon immediately passing through the portal, most of you felt a humidity, not unlike the jungles beneath Daggerford, and a humidity and just an absolute heat pervading from the area.
So the air is wet
and hot.
Oh, that's actually the opposite of what I was thinking it was going to be.
In here.
Is there water in here?
Being a community.
No. This is like the room right after the puzzle, right?
So yeah, once you guys had broken through that puzzle room, you were greeted by a about 10-foot thick limestone wall that had been completely eviscerated. Looked like the boundary between where the bunker's flat face stood and the exterior. Beyond that, the landscape that you can see is sort of like mud has encroached sort of the broken down barrier. And then beyond that, you see a skyline of these jagged spires that finger their way up into these sort of like huge cliff faces off about like 50 to 100 miles that surround the whole area. Almost as if the base itself from this landscape is resting in some sort of a crater. With passive perceptions, I believe you two would be high enough to spot this glimmering blackened spire that sits at the crux of two cliff faces way off in the distance off to the your left-hand side. Direction kind of is not very useful here because what is
it's right
north
there.
and hell.
I see it. Yeah.
And it looks like there's this sort of like blackened material that is guarding the only boundary out. Otherwise, the rest of the landscape rises up into these like almost mountain-esque jagged peaks.
So
There's also on either side of the I should mention this. On either side of this hallway, there are it leads further into this barracks.
okay, so we got an option. We got the big broken wall for an exit, or there's ways to move around inside the building.
Maybe covers.
Who's leading the way? Where are we
Yeah,
supposed
I
to
look
be?
to
Who knows
Amemnon.
where we are?
Amemnon and Guile have already
Okay.
started to
Right.
converse with their expedition crew.
Yep. We stick
Um,
near that.
you see he's having a pointed conversation with the elderly druid that you guys had seen a couple of times before, Bodlin Crane. He's beginning to advise Bodlin on next steps, and you see Bodlin is sort of like immediately setting to the floor to peruse through his maps to see if he knows the location or if he can get a map of the area.
Well, I guess while they're doing that, shall we take a quick little look around?
It might not hurt.
Don't
Look around
stray from the
where?
group.
We're in the barracks. So looks like a barracks.
You want to go look in other rooms after walking through that trap.
It was a puzzle trap, and it was very obvious.
Just keep a perimeter.
Maybe,
Sure, I'll go with you.
Still
Okay.
tripped the trap.
yeah, my foot only hurts a little. And if all the traps are like that,
Okay.
I mean,
But
what are we gonna do? Just sit here and wait for them, or should we just look around a little bit?
I'm going
We
to.
keep Amemnon from dying, and
We could look
finish
for
Can I
the goal.
potential
hear
threats
what?
That's a great
to
idea.
the
Let's do
area.
that, yeah,
See if there's anything that would threaten.
that's cool. Okay,
Us?
that would
Yes.
be awesome.
Yes.
I would love if you
Let's
came with
do that.
me. Yeah. Okay.
Mhm, yeah.
Can I hear what the pointed discussion said / what Mr. Maps is mumbling to himself?
Yeah, so you've heard, I'll just use your
I
passive
was like, you can just,
stuff.
yeah.
But Amemnon appears to be asking Bodlin, we know that we are in Magellan's past, but we need to find how closely related it is to the friend that we're going to be meeting later on. If you have a map, we might need to know our next steps. And you see Bodlin is already like, I done preliminary research early on to find the Seraph's tomb, and I believe I have a map in here somewhere. Hey, where is it? And he's like pulling out maps and moving things along before Amemnon says, well, this may take a moment, so if the crew wants to find a spot to rest, it may be the first rest we have all day. So he begins to move around the side off to the left, or the right side, and you can hear sort of an exclamation from hiding that says, "There's supposed to be some spots in here that we could sit, or at least make a little bit of rest." and they trace around the stone wall on that side.
I wouldn't be against a dome. This place already sucks.
Yeah,
You
so
see,
we
I'm
can
just
only-
drenched.
We can only fit about. Besides ourselves, we can only fit another 4 for a safe rest.
Well, we're in a group full of wizards, so I think they can
this
make
is
their own
valid.
domes.
That's fair.
We don't want to take a look around while we're here.
Me and Nuanen are gonna go that way when we start walking down one of the hallways.
Well, I think I'll set up a base camp here for a rest. Picks a nice cozy
Yeah.
corner.
Good looking rock.
Alright.
So there's the expedition crew has gone off to the right and turned the corner. The other way looks exactly the same, other than the
You want
sort
to go
of
the other way?
Sure.
ruins that this blasted hole have created.
And then the two, Memnon and the map guy, are both just kind of hanging out at this crossroads.
Yeah,
kind
they're
of thing.
sitting sort of at the blasted opening.
Sure.
That's the only space where there's really light pouring in, as this entire bunker is like a heavily fortified limestone keep, devoid of light.
Okay. Sounds good.
While I'm resting, I would like to keep an eye on them and what they're planning.
Yeah, of course. Just a little bit of cursory information as you begin to explore. On either side, so to the left wing and the right wing, there are these huge rooms and about 15 feet deep that straddle either side of that puzzle room you guys have come into. They appear to have these sort of ironed, benches along either side, and they're sort of stacked 4 to 5 high, all the way up to the ceiling. It appears like these are...
Pew-esque?
They're more like really rudimentary cots, not for comfort at all, but for efficiency. And these appear to be bunkers. On the other side, though, to the leftmost wing through your exploration, you do see there is a pathway that leads to a heavily guarded, what once would have been an iron door that has been blown open. You see the iron has curled in on the inside through an impact, and beyond it is a room shrouded in darkness, but you can make out to be some sort of a vault room. The walls have these heavy iron grates, black on either side and the back, what would have been keeping very precious goods safe. Most of them have been blown open or removed, broken and strewn across the ground, and most of the holes on either side, like these safe boxes with, again, heavy iron doors, have been opened.
And
It
that's on
seems
the
like this
side.
place is long ransacked.
That's on the side with the wizards, not on the side that
It's the other side. So they went to the left. This is on the right side. Or they went to the right. This is on the left side.
So me and Nuanen see that, but nobody else does.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is an interesting room.
So much iron.
Yeah. It looks like I just kind of look at the door real quick. Does it look like it was punched open?
Looks like a heavy impact, but I will have you do just a general survival check to see if you can get traces of stuff.
Is anybody hanging out with me?
You can add your intelligence to that if you'd like.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm shadowing
And I-
Nuanen by about 20 foot. Just kind of hanging back, watching.
So with intelligence, that's 27.
There are traces
29,
of
28.
There are traces. This has been blown open for quite a long time, as most of it has worn away. But in the cracks of the iron and sort of on the bottom sides of a lot of these curled in impact points, you can see soot from some sort of blackened smoke. It looks like an explosive.
They were blowing through the doors with bombs or spells.
Could you do something of that magnitude?
With some time,
Suddenly self-conscious.
I
guess
could totally make bombs.
Peter, I will also say with your passive investigation, you notice that there is these sort of limestone tiles. Similar to the last room, the puzzle room you had seen, these square tiles with inscriptions. These ones do not have inscriptions at all, but there's one on the back left-hand side. It's the second one from the back that appears to be lifted about a half inch.
What?
Raised,
Just,
I should say, not lifted. Raised.
Yeah, just that tile is up.
Yeah?
I go step on it.
Watch your
Peter!
feet.
It's
Not a pressure
solid.
plate.
Yeah,
Isn't that lucky?
it wasn't luck. Okay, it was luck. You're not there, but okay.
How big is this room? Like, huge?
It's about like 10 feet by 8 feet. It's pretty small.
Mm.
It's like the interior of a vault.
Hmm.
I kind of like kick the tile. Is it solid?
You hear sort of this opened, reverberative hollowness, but it's not from the stone itself.
What do you think that does?
I think it's hollow.
I step on one.
It sounds like a rock.
Should we move on?
I actually want your help with this, I think. I don't know if I can get in there myself, but if we work together, we might be able to... Can we lift it? I know there's only a half inch, so I don't have climber's fingers, you know? I don't got that kind of grip.
I take my axe and prop it under one of them and try to
There you
lift
go.
up one of the tiles.
Yeah, you can get into this seam. You quickly realize that the tile is not a tile. It is a stone about
More like a brick.
3 foot deep.
Thick brick.
And you try and wedge your axe to the side, and it just chips off a piece of the limestone between it. It has to be either removed or exploded.
It's a rock, Peter.
It's an odd rock.
It's a thick brick.
What do you think there's something under it?
I reach into my bag and I mix a few things together and I pour it out onto the stone and I cast Reduce
Okay,
on the stone.
sounds good. The stone itself shrinks in size to about half size, I suppose?
Half size and an eighth the weight.
Okay, perfect. Into this condensed limestone cube that then sort of drops 2.5 inches. The underside of where this stone is again sort of a different stone foundation. It appears to be a blackened sort of bedrock underneath, but where the stone
Creepy.
shrunk, there's a little bit of there's 3 inches leeway on either side. Where there's a smaller cavity underneath. But the stone's kind of
I kind of
slipped
just
into it.
reach in there, I pull the stone out, I chuck it to the side, and does it look safe to reach in there?
Yeah, it's a hollowed out square or rectangle that goes down about 2 inches before it hits an iron flat surface with a sort of puzzled mechanism on the top.
Does it look familiar? Does it look like it's familiar? Something I'd be familiar with?
You've definitely solved one of these before in a different picture.
Right.
It does appear to be some sort of infernal puzzle.
Okay, I pick it up.
It's flush to the ground. This is like a piece, so if you were to solve it, then it would open.
I can't bring it with
Like a
me.
safe box.
Nope.
Alythia, while you are resting in the other room, you notice something a little bit peculiar. Whereas the little light that's been happening with the various cantrips, some of these wizards have been popping up, like light, dancing lights, prestidigitation, things like that, to make themselves more at home in this bunker. You noticed that your shadow appears to be staying in a specific direction, off to towards the puzzle room almost, and not moving as the light shifts.
Is that something I would notice as well?
No.
If I was with her?
Your shadow seems to be moving just as it naturally would.
Okay.
Excuse me, I think I'm going to go find some place to relieve myself. And I'm gonna go wander off in the direction of the shadow and kind of try to
Sounds good.
walk.
I cock a large eyebrow and just like, okay.
Do you want to be inherently deceptive?
Yeah.
I'd say roll a deception because she's got a high passive.
It's just based on the way Abby said it.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, you're aware that I'm being weird.
Yeah, I got a 17.
You're not quite sure what kind of relief she was referring to.
Well, if it's relief you seek, then perhaps I could escort you, and I'll give you my arm like I've done in previous times. Like, it's good to have a buddy in situations like. Listen, I'm not gonna watch. Just go do it in the bushes.
to go alone.
No,
You
that's
gotta
fine.
have a piss buddy in hell.
Yeah, we're in hell. We're the piss buddies.
Peter
Only
set the
Harry.
piss buddy rules, so we have to follow them.
I would like to persuade you to leave me the fuck alone.
Do it.
I
Do so.
really
Roll
wanna come
roll
with
persuasion.
You sure? I extend my hand in a gesture of friendship.
Ooh, much better.
What do I gotta? Do I contest the
Um,
persuasion? Because I'm also.
Is that
a
like an
persuasion.
insight thing? Like see through the persuasion? Or
Yeah, I would
like...
say give yourself an insight roll.
Can I try to persuade her to let me go with her?
Contested persuasion!
Oh, yeah.
Say.
Let's have like a little bickering happen.
Little persuasion.
Yeah.
Jesus
Persuasion
Christ,
agent.
okay.
We talked about
Let's see
when we
how
were
I
going to
would
go
do
to
it.
hell.
Persuasion agents.
We knew there were going to be some exceptions we had to make, and one of them we knew might be that we didn't get as much alone time. 18.
So you did
20.
Oh,
perception.
no.
She's gotta go.
19.
20.
Oh, you got it.
Yes.
Oh. Okay, well, I'm going to be right here with Dax. If anything happens, you got to let me know.
I
Dax is
will.
with me.
I will.
I turn around.
Dax
I'm
is
alone.
not
I will shoot up
no, I'm
red
there with you.
sparks.
Okay.
Grudj is
Yeah,
there.
Grudj is
I
still
will
there.
shoot up red sparks if there
Okay.
is any issue. I
You're
promise.
going right over there?
I'm gonna be right,
Yeah, you're gonna go that
right
way.
out of
You
sight.
notice like
Right out of
Heidi
sight.
and
Could you
the
let
Wood Elven woman from
Peter
earlier
and Nuanen
like
know that
pointedly
I'm
sort of
setting
like
up tea
looking
when you
at
go that way?
the
'Cause they went that way
conversation.
too.
All right.
No,
Watching this
I'm
with
going the
someone.
other way.
No,
No, you're going to
You're
where
no,
they
no,
are.
I'm going back toward the puzzle room. You guys went left.
So the
So
puzzle room is in the middle.
shush, shush,
Right.
shush. I will figure this out as I have powers here. You are well. So the shadow points directly towards the wall that shares the wall with that puzzle room. As you move from the bunker around the corner, you notice that it begins to sort of like pivot to beyond the puzzle room as you approach. It appears to be on the other side, and as you round the corner, you notice it's directly facing that room that these two are investigating currently.
So it was going through the puzzle room, I guess. As you round the corner, you see Peter, hands and knees, reaching down into a hole in the ground. With
Wait, you
Nuanen
can see
looming.
these? I'm sorry. I am imagining that the puzzle room you cannot see the other rooms from. Is that
No, so like
Not
you
accurate?
pass forward, like you pass in front of the door that holds the puzzle room, and then beyond that to the other side.
Yeah,
the
are you
western
following
wing.
the shadow or going to the puzzle room?
And there's a room like down that way. That's the vault.
okay?
Because you left following the shadow, you walk past the
Here,
puzzle
here, here.
Right.
Visual.
What I'm
Since
trying-
It's all easy.
Beautiful.
I should probably do this.
Ooh.
That's not important because that's from the one shot.
Sure.
But you guys were standing in these. Don't mind the words. This room right here.
was
You
kinda
moved
close.
around, and it's beyond this, down this direction.
Okay. Yeah, I would probably just follow the shadow then. Yeah.
It leads you directly to your friends.
Yeah.
Oh, what is going
Nothing.
Yeah, we just found this hole.
Are you
Over in the corner,
trying
you see a
to
stone goes-
deceive
We're
me?
just like.
As a stone
No.
Are you-
goes.
No.
Are you?
It's
He
just-
started it.
I did start it. And I'm gonna finish it real quick.
What is this?
It's just a hole.
And that
There was a rock over the hole.
I think it was
I
more like
was referring to the writing, but thank you
Does
for that extra
it's kind of like writing.
special. Well, isn't this like the same stuff as in the other room? Is that not what I see?
Peter, read
Am I
Infernal.
missing something?
What was that? What?
I'm just saying that I've seen the Infernal. Is that not true?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it does appear to be infernal, but this is more of like an image than anything. It appears to be like one of those like there are open
Oh, the, like,
slots.
slidey
These one has
puzzles.
4,
Oh.
but there's sort of these raised patterns on it that appear to make an image if they're put in the correct order.
Can I push one of them?
Yeah, they're very small.
Like, try
About
to
this-
kick
it's about
one
this
and
big
push it?
in real.
Oh yeah, you
in
can
real life,
rearrange
so you
them.
Oh,
can
okay, so
move
they're
with your
small.
fingers.
Yeah, they're like.
It's essentially on top of this door.
Sure. I'm gonna push one.
It moves.
Does it look any different?
Can
Can you tell what it's supposed to
The
look
picture
like?
looks a little different.
Can I tell what the picture's supposed to look like?
Yeah. there
Yeah,
we
you
go.
can. Roll an intelligence check on it.
That's the
Oh.
question.
That's what I was
That's the
trying to
question.
ask,
Go for
but
it.
didn't
Yeah.
articulate.
I need help.
Be very
There's
careful
a
when
barbarian.
touching.
Right,
this
right.
I was
device.
trying to help you. You were
I
going to the
can't word.
bathroom.
Is this a
I
cat?
offer.
Is this
Girls
That's
gotta
a rock over a
Let's
hole?
gotta go to the bathroom together.
That's what I said. It's a rock over.
10.
It's hard to make out what the image is supposed to be, as it's very simple in its lines. Whereas the last puzzle box that you guys had used, you'd seen it like once or twice. That was more like a painted wood. This is like a cast iron piece, and so there's no differentiation between like colors and things. It's harder to conceptualize.
Can I look around the room and see if there is anything in the room that has the same, like, shapes? Looks like it might be the, like, key to the...
Yeah.
Image.
Roll perception.
Can I use my passing?
Is there any
You
natural
can.
light in here?
It's all. I mean, it's so far removed from the ballistic opening that you would probably have to have your own light. If not, there's just a little bit of ambient light that your dark vision and most of your dark vision can pick up on.
20.
20. Yeah, the locks that are on sort of these strewn iron grates that protected these sort of lock boxes behind them. Some of the locks have these just terrifying horned grimaces, their mouths opening into a keyhole, and it looks like a similar style. It's rigid and fluid and insidious.
Do you point that out?
Yeah. It's, Peter,
Yeah.
you've solved one of these before, right?
Yeah, it almost killed me the first time, but yeah, I've solved one.
Do you think this one will kill us?
Yeah. Yep. In fact, I think this one's probably way worse. We are in hell, and it is made out of iron, which is insidious.
But people keep blowing stuff up in this room.
I could try blowing the box up.
Would that be worse?
I have no idea. It could be.
Okay, well, those locks over there, they have the creepy mouths. You see with the
And the tongue and the
yeah,
horns and
yeah.
stuff.
Well, what if this is supposed to look like kind of
Like that?
vaguely?
I take a look at it. Is there
The
some
pieces
resemblance there?
are different. There are different, like, you know, whereas those are more like stock things of like, oh, your infernal iron kind of looks like this. This is a more like personalized image. You good? I don't know. It's close. Give it a try. Why not?
close enough to give me advantage?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
You will roll an intelligence check with advantage. The DC, I will say, is 30.
Can I also guide him since I'm here?
You're not
watching?
there. Wait, you're.
Do you want
following
me to
Nuanen?
follow you?
Yeah,
Yeah, where
he's
she
just
goes.
behind you.
I was
on it.
actually gonna guide myself. I'll take your guidance. You know.
Okay.
Yes, you can guide him for sure. I
Yeah.
will say you have to be in the room. That does matter.
Yeah.
Do you have dark vision? You probably have a torch. Or a
I have dark vision.
I could give you a coin too.
I also have dark
Believe
vision. My
me,
eyes
We
are
have
just
dark
like,
vision.
like lightly glowing. Like
I think
Can you
only-
not see?
I do
No,
not.
I can see.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm
Dax
Here,
cannot see.
Dax, before you go, and I'll let you a little coin. Give you a copper. And we'll go on a bit.
You also can create light as well.
Oh,
I believe.
Whoops.
he is pretty special that way.
Okay, I'll take that guidance. It sounds great.
I'm just like hovering over the two of you, watching.
Is there a...
do be careful. The last time
Someone should just like hold
We're
on.
not
to
there.
Me.
We don't know what's happening.
Can you hold on to me, just in case if it does hurt me? Can it maybe it'll split some of the ouch between
Maybe we'll
us?
do
I
45
put my
damage to your
I put
bow.
my hands on your shoulders.
That sounds
Alythia
great.
hears that and steps to the side.
I might
How
explode
far
or
away are you
something.
stepping?
Oh Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I'm a step.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go about 10 feet.
Peter, would you like
10
a
feet by
plus
8
up?
feet.
Oh, like to
Oh,
the edge
is
of the
it-
room.
You'd be to the doorway,
Is it
yeah.
on-
Yeah, I'm
like a
gonna
shack
stand in the
on top?
doorway.
I was
I'm gonna
just
back up
Do you
while
think
he's
you're
doing
gonna
this.
have to
Okay,
make
hi.
a saving throw for
If you would like,
I don't
I
think
can
so.
move
Like,
it.
I'll
You
help
tell
you
me
solve
where
it
to
from
move 'em.
here.
I have
Do
to
you
be
have-
touching
can
you
you
to
send
guide
us?
you, so
We're both
gonna give
touching
it a
Peter.
try.
Alrighty.
I can move them if you want. You just have to
I'm
tell
like,
me.
what do you think of the space, Grudj?
Let me give it a go.
I mean, it's creepy. It's hell.
Dax is here, just in case.
Okay,
Can
then
you ritual cast Dome?
You look really tired. Are you gonna be able to
I just
help
wasn't
me?
gonna do
Is
it
that a
because
good rock?
I don't know how
Good.
long they're gonna
Okay.
need. We're just taking a long rest, and we've got a whole bunch
Okay,
of
I'm gonna
mages
try.
here.
You gonna do it or not, Peter?
I'm
Otherwise,
sorry, I'm
we
just a
should
little
move on.
worried because our
You got advantage and guidance. Are you gonna
You
take
can
this
do
shit or
it.
get off the
Short
pot?
rest.
I believe in you.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
So I have to use Flash of Genius still,
Oh, God.
but that is a 32.
Nice.
Nice! Yeah!
Natural 20.
Oh, nat 20?
Yes, sir.
Bell, ring that bell, ring
You
that
We need the
bell.
bell here. So
Yeah,
don't
we need
get
a
up.
we need a handbell.
No, what you need is a little string to the long string.
or a stick.
Just like
It's a
just
pulley. It's a
getting
pulley
into
system.
the middle of the room.
Yeah, every time you move it, the camera
The first thing that
shake.
you notice is that as you're trying to piece together this image, some of the pieces look like they could be moved the other way. It's purposely deceptive, but your experience
so
with
tricky.
these specific boxes and the reference material that you're kind of going off of does help you to make a horned face. It looks like sort of a bulbous
Go lay down.
devil
Good
who has
place.
very fleshy jowls and a full neck. Their eyes are in a permanent scowl, and they appear to have these small little horns that push forward. And as you are finishing, you slide the last piece into its spot, leaving 4 open spots on either side. And as you do so, the eyes begin to glow this like internal heat. It appears almost like
Step back.
the
Please
puzzle
stand
box
by.
itself has this imbued hello baby Bah. imbued fire, and the mouth almost magically begins to stretch open, looking like it's going to produce a gout of flame before it and releases a small puff of smoke. You hear a latch from the inner mechanism dislodge, and as it does so, the top opens ever so slightly.
Well.
I opened it.
That was anticlimactic.
I pull out a rag and I wrap it around my hand and I lift the top. up.
Seeing him do that, I'm gonna step back into the room. I want to see what's going on now.
Goes off.
There's a moment of like pregnant pause where everyone's like, okay, it's safe.
Okay.
Before you guys all move around. Opening up the lid, you see there is this weird coin that's about this big, and it's resting on one side. It has a tortured face on the front and these infernal inscriptions along the side, as well as another box. There appears to be a very small jet black box with these sort of like purpled inlaid striations on it. It's very decorative, and it's hard to pinpoint exactly what historical area this might be from, or like who might have made it. But you do notice it is it appears to have no opening on it. It doesn't have like a latch or a clasp or nothing. It's just this box, and as you shake it, there appears to be something inside. Or you can hear the sounds of something inside.
Should I smash it?
I'll give you a sec.
Alythia,
It's a cool box.
as Peter picks it up, you notice your shadow begins to sort of like almost cling to you with the movement of it.
I take a look at the box first.
There's
Feel
these sort of
around
like
it.
misty, swirling purple inlays that create this beautiful pattern. It's similar to like the Infernal, but in a very different, or in like a very adjacent way. Whereas theirs is like a stark rigidity. This almost has like these elegant points to it. And as you look at it, it almost looks like it's like covered in these coiled thorns.
I recognize.
Roll a history check.
As you're looking at it, I kind of twirl out a lockpick as I start going around the box looking for any seams or possible ways to open the box.
Roll for lockpicking.
No way.
Can I pick up the
Natural 20.
Oh!
Hell yeah.
24.
I'll wait
yes.
till you get
What
there.
is happening on this side of the
I'm
table?
gonna give you information in the other room.
Oh, shit.
Yes, you can pick up the coin. I'll get to that in just a second.
Oh shit. Okay. I touched the butt.
You got a soul
I
coin.
wanted to look at the coin.
I touched
I
the
Always
coin.
touching the butt.
Also thought it
That's
was
all you do in this game.
That's all I do is touch the butt.
which is a very good thing
Touch
to
butts.
have at the beginning.
Butt touch.
A
Hell.
butt toucher.
Yeah, we'll find out.
I have a
It could just be
tattoo that
corrupted.
says
butt
butt
toucher.
toucher.
Butt toucher. Butt toucher Nuanen. That's me.
That's what the history books refer to her as.
The butt touchy Tamani.
Wow.
Butt touching.
Butt
No
touchy
wonder your
Tamani.
tribe didn't want you
Just couldn't
around.
keep her out of people's cheeks.
She's a pervert, that's what she is.
Climbing in there.
God damn.
The truth is out now.
That's the truth. Yeah. Butt touching.
Butt touching.
Horny Grace, that's all you
I
hear.
can't wait till
Talking about butt touching.
I can't wait till Hunter
You know, we
watches
have been
this
traveling
back
for a
and
long
sees me just talk about butts.
Butt.
I feel like I should tell you about my nickname.
Now, when you touch the butt, Nuanen,
Horny Grace.
Is it like a curious touch? Is it like a firm?
Probably like a
I
touch.
imagine
It's a
a
good
strong-
palm. It's a strong palm.
I think, yeah.
No.
It's very
Just-
strong.
But like not like a squeeze, just like a
It's the kind of butt touch
It's like a
where
little, like,
she lifts
almost
you into
a
the air.
little
like a
tap.
support.
Almost like a
Almost-
scoop.
Almost like a
just kind of like
little slap, but not quite.
detecting the firmness.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just like that.
Gotcha.
Gonna
I
see
just
if they
needed
have
us
a-
to be
There's
specific.
usually a
firm
sound
ass.
that goes on. It's just a good strong clap, too.
I rolled a 1 and a 3.
Nice.
Ooh.
Gotta get those bad rolls out. 8 and 9.
I'm a scared to roll.
I'm having pretty middling rolls today.
I don't know. I
This
just
box
don't
doesn't
feel-
stand a chance. Unless I roll a natural one.
I'm so scared of you.
Natural.
You're too crazy. You were wild down here like, we're in hell, let's have a good time!
I sit
Let's
down
go
and start
exploring.
sharpening my axe, just like do.
Yeah, just in case I release like a demon genie, you know.
Yeah.
Pull out a whetstone.
Demon
Alright,
gin.
I'll be here.
Yeah.
I think I'm fully like, the most alert I've ever been in my entire life. Like that 23 passive perception, yeah, we pushing that today. We are passively perceiving.
I just relearned that Peter has a 24 passive investigation.
Twitch.
Jesus.
Huh?
Girl, we're a team.
Peter has a 24 passive investigation, so like
Oh.
he can detect changes
Crime
in
fighting
the air,
duo right there.
rumbling in the ground,
That's
all
so
sorts of
cool.
stuff like that.
So keep all of my secrets from you two in particular.
No, you're not going to be able to do any of
You
that.
literally
That's
can't.
good.
I know,
Literally can't.
but I will try.
Hi, baby. Oh no. Okay, I'm back.
Does that
Hello.
mean if I like fart in a certain radius of being close to you, you can definitely always hear
These
it?
are messed
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. That's
And
what my
tell
aura does.
what you ate
actually.
earlier.
Yeah. That's what my aura
Nuanen.
Ah! What? Oh, well,
The second you
slobber.
touch this coin, you notice it is heavy, and it appears to be made of an alloy that you're not familiar with. As you sort of like touch it, and it like clinks along the other things as you're moving it out. You can hear this almost near silent scream that reverberates with the metal itself.
Like
every time
a
it, like,
humanoid
it goes like
scream?
ding, it's like ah. Well, that's a horrible way to do that, but that's normal. It's a soft sort of like scream, yeah, like a scream.
It sounds like a scream in the distance.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
ding it
same.
against something else to see if it does it again.
It screams loud. You can all hear it.
As that's happening,
Can you all hear this?
I am currently distracted, but in the moment of distraction,
Get a message. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, I think that
Was
was
it like a loud scream? Like
No, it's
No.
just
Not
like, you know,
outside of
the-
this room?
Yeah, like just the room itself.
just in the room? Okay.
You see,
It echoes with the reverberation of the metal. So it's like as loud as the metal hits, that's pretty much, it's like an undercurrent to the twang of the metal itself.
Do you think this is money?
No.
Like for a giant?
So, as I was investigating the box,
Yeah.
I rolled a 6 for 28.
28.
Jesus.
I will
That's
say
gross.
That's hot. That's hot math.
Speaking my
you
love language.
don't surprisingly find any seams that are not purely decorative. This is a sealed box. It is completely sealed and it has no locking mechanism to it.
Okay, Nuanen, here you go.
No, wait.
Maybe. I take it. Maybe we should show this to a Memnon.
Can I?
Yeah, okay.
Can I see it?
Sure.
I
Can I give it to you?
notice the desperation and I want to know what's happening.
What's your passive insight?
Well, I take notice of the wait, and I'm gonna try to roll it.
For what? Oh, for insight?
Yeah.
Why not?
I think at the moment the screams happen, Valenccya is within sight of
That's
this small
that's a 5.
group.
I'll say off from because you're there, but
yeah,
I will say
you
that
don't know.
you've heard a commotion
Yeah,
and your
seems
friends have been
normal.
gone long
I'm
enough. that you couldn't-
sticking
I'm
with
just
you.
always this dramatic.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna.
What's happening over here?
You know, it's like Old Don and Vander have also made their way around the corner.
Coin box.
I also keep Vander with him.
Concerning down. Please put it down.
I want to touch it.
Nope,
Oh,
nope. We don't
wow.
all need to
I read
touch.
What does it say?
It says, it's essentially in Infernal. It says, one soul of the damned.
Yeah, I read it out loud.
In Asmodeus we trust.
Oh. Oh.
Is it money?
It's...
Am I familiar with soul coins?
That's a pointed question. I will say no, but you can roll a history check to become familiar.
Can I have it back?
Am I familiar?
Here you go.
Yes.
I will have you roll a history check if you'd like to.
Can Vander give me advantage?
So
Brother,
that is
dear.
a 7.
Dear brother.
Is he near you?
7.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say he'll make his own.
I can palm it. My
History.
hands are probably big
12.
enough that she can like
I
palm it.
tattled the Vander immediately.
Yeah, as Vander and Uldan come through, they both give like a little bit of a chuckle before before Uldan says, "Seems that you might have found a little bit of treasure." Yes, soul coins, the main currency of the Hells. At least a little bit. They contain a damned soul in them, and they can be used for a whole plethora of purposes.
Oh, so the screaming is actually a
I
person.
shake it by my ear.
Same effect.
Does
Val.
it scream?
Yeah, a little bit.
Could I borrow you for a second? I just
Sure. Did you have a bathroom question?
no. I
Not that figured?
got a little sidetracked.
Sure.
Would you? Does this look like Sylvan?
I don't speak it.
I
I can
do.
look at it.
I speak so.
As do I.
I speak Celestial.
I'm
If
learning
you're
Sylvan.
interested, I can check it over.
Have Nuanen try. She's
Yes,
learning.
that's a good idea. She
What?
needs to practice.
I mean, isn't
I
it
don't
itself?
care. Would someone read this, please?
What is
All
it?
right.
What is it?
We all lean in.
For all who can speak Sylvan, I need an intelligence
Nope.
check.
I can't.
Oh,
It looks really nice though. It looks good. Did you
You
find
may
that
do so
here?
with advantage, I will say, because she has already
All
solved
of
this.
us may do so with advantage.
Yeah.
Not me.
I mean, unless you're not attempting to help him, in which case I will say no. Because
10.
you're able to show them where the decoration.
Oh yeah. No, I'm showing them all where it is.
Sounds good.
Did you?
19.
Nice.
Wait, you don't naturally speak Sylvan, right?
Yeah.
No, I've been
Okay,
learning.
can you re-roll just a straight roll? Because you
It
would
is a
have
straight
super-
roll, but
Okay.
yeah.
She didn't
I
roll
can-
her advantage.
That's
Yeah.
No,
surprisingly
That's
good.
but I can roll again if you really want.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, with advantage, I rolled a 14.
14.
Yeah, and I rolled a
Intelligence check.
10 with advantage, so we're on newbie here.
Yep. So as you're like kind of
Yes.
sounding it out, you two are too caught up in the decorative elements of this box to really get it. Like you're like trying to find words
She
where
was
there aren't
every
words,
fascinated.
and you immediately say, "Shadowed Mother," as you like read it out in front of it,
Huh?
and it crystallizes for both of you that the word is sort of like laced in these thorned scripts across the bottom.
Yes.
Shadowed mother.
Shadow mommy.
Good job. Give you,
Training's going very
10
well.
out of 10.
And I will
I have a
say,
good
since you
teacher.
two have an advanced understanding of Sylvan, it's not mother, it's matron.
Oh.
It's actually
Oh.
matron.
Ringing
Can I
bells
just
for
roll a
any of you?
history check or religion
How could a
check just
shadow
to
be a
because
matron?
I think Eli knows who
I
he's
suppose there are
talking
a lot of
about,
stories
but Grudj is trying to
Matron
pick it
of
up.
Let's roll a
Darkness.
history check.
Gathering and
Can I too?
Yeah, why not?
pursuing its own purposes.
16?
Those dice are not treating you.
Vander.
No, it's not.
could take a look.
15.
There's a lot of different lines that are being drawn. Matron, it's very vague and kind of purposefully vague, so finding the specifics around it brings up too many names to kind of pinpoint. It could be religious, it could not be religious. It could be an archfey, it could be something else, who knows?
As I watch Dax wonder about it, I think I'll consider it as well and just peruse over if that, like the iconography makes any
Yeah.
familiarity to it. So like
History
less the name of it, but yeah, I still.
Actually, you know what? I'm just going to give this to you.
no. Oh,
All
okay.
the talk of Sylvan and your basic understanding of the Fae being around Dax and in, you know, sort of crowded conversation amidst each other, it's starting to piece together that the decorative elements of this are these loping, beautiful designs that lend themselves to some sort of Fae. However, very dark in nature.
So should we open it?
I mean,
I don't think we can.
there's no obvious way to open it.
I can give it a knock if you'd like.
Have you tried asking it nicely?
That's not a bad idea.
Does that work?
Do we want
no, do
to
try
open
it.
it?
I do.
Hold
Peter,
up. Hold up.
We
What?
do have someone else we could ask. And I'll pull out my rock.
You gonna ask the rock?
My sending stone.
As you reach in your pocket after you had thrown it off of the boat many moons ago, you do find it in your bag.
Ah, that's right.
It's part of the deal.
I would prefer not.
Zalzon?
God damn it.
While he's attempting to make this futile discussion, may I investigate the box more closely now that it is
Yeah.
in my hand to see if I can find anything to, what's the words I'm looking for? If there is any moving pieces.
Yeah. Roll an investigation
When
check.
you shake a Christmas present.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's like anything
Well, no,
loose.
because he said that there's something moving inside. I'm looking on the outside for anything moving.
And is the shadow... Was that just her that you could see the shadow stuff?
It wasn't
Yes.
my shadow.
Is it doing
Only,
weird
I
stuff
should
right
really
now?
keep this just between you and I. You are the only person who can see this.
Oh. And just for her reference, is it doing anything weird when she's holding the box?
I don't know. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
As it happens. Just the same shit. You
I
have
think
different
we
shit.
should
I'm
try
sorry,
shaking
what did you
the
say?
box and see if it's
Investigation.
You don't
I've been
Um,
shaking the coin.
I will say there's
into
like
the
a
screen.
buzzing as the line is still
Keep
open.
hearing.
You don't hear anything for a few minutes before you
He's
hear sort
tortured
of like a
enough.
startled, Dax, oh, is it you? Hello, Dax!
Yes, Zalzon, I've found something I need your help with.
Oh, well, a matter of business, actually. First, how are you doing? I haven't checked in quite a long time, and that is my own fault.
You know, hell is warm this time of year, but I'm doing fine.
Excuse you? What?
Well,
Oh, hell, like Halibut, or I would assume there's a place called Helsinki, maybe. Or...
well, it's actually, I believe we are Avernus. Yes, Avernus.
Avernus,
in Avernus.
Avernus is
I think you
correct.
mispronounced that. It's maybe Avernus or Avarice.
All wrong.
We're in hell. Like the 7 hells, 9 hells. How many hells are there?
There's 9.
There's
yeah.
nine.
I haven't
Enough.
counted them.
There's too many.
Enough of them.
Thanks. Alexa Faeriden, Daxlaxl. He must be stern with you, it seems. Dax, you would be my guide and consort on the material plane. Only the material plane. What are you doing outside of the material plane?
Well, there were people on the material plane.
Yeah,
who
I don't want to
requested
hear
help
it.
from-
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. We've already gotten ourselves in too far. What? Seems you're in tough water. You must be telling me because you need me to get you out of something.
Well, we actually found a box, and it seems to have Fey script on it, written in Sylvan, referencing a shadow matron. Does that ring any bells to you?
No, and honestly beside the point. Dax, I can't have you just going anywhere without contacting me. It has been many moons since you had decided to talk to me last.
Well, it's been many moons since anything concerning the Feywild has come up.
Oh, actually, I have... Hey, Will. I must speak with you, but I can't right now. We are rather busy. I'm so sorry to be pulling away from you at this very moment, but I must complete this call. I must be going, Dax. So unless you're important information... You need to be safe! Ah, you've got me frazzled.
Well, I just know that you're having issues with the Unseelie, and I thought I'd see if this box might ring any
Issues
bells.
is to put it mildly, and I have more information for you. Give me time, Daxlaxl Faeriden. Stay alive, please.
Okay.
You hear nothing.
Well, he doesn't know what it is.
Is it a magic
Alright.
box?
Charmed.
I take a peek at it. Is it a magic box?
Appears to be mundane. Actually, roll a con.
I was like, I got a 10 on my investigation, so I'm assuming I didn't see any moving parts.
He can pick anything, and it
Right.
doesn't appear that this
Right.
is a lockbox.
With that, can I look at the shadow and see if it's doing
Doing this.
Hello, my baby.
anything to like indicate
It's like
what I
it's, like,
should do with
working.
the box?
Whereas before it was
Twerking
moving, sort of like towards it, your shadow is normal at this point as you have it in your hands. It's pulling, in separate, like, light directions just like it naturally would.
Could I just burst into divine sense? I have a feeling this might be awful for me, but until the end of my next turn, can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial, fey, fiend, undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Yeah.
Besides the typical Peter ping.
I have a feeling it might be
Okay.
like, you're in fucking hell, bitch.
Yeah, let's hope the dirt
Ugh,
doesn't
I
ping
just like
you.
bleed from my eyes.
I'll
It's
say
everywhere, girl.
nothing alive piques your interest. There's no living being within
Good.
the vicinity.
Except for your standard pee-pee. Peter Pan.
I should say that more normally. Nothing happens. You don't feel anything that is alive
You can't call it a
around you.
Okay, I know
PPP
that.
check.
And keep it to myself.
Nuanen's gonna turn and walk out of the room and go back to the main room and sit down and start having tea.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
You're greeted
I
by
mean,
a couple other people who are like,
There's a
"What is
kettle there.
happening?" There's like,
I don't know.
conversation.
Go ask them.
Is the tea hot?
I can.
Did you come with
It's
me?
loud, but I can give it a knock if you like to see if it opens for it.
Is it important to get it
I
open?
haven't seen anyone around that would care.
Well, I'm sure Memnon wouldn't appreciate it.
I don't know.
I really want you to open it.
I don't know that we should open this yet.
Well, we could keep it safe and perhaps in a little bit.
Dax, it's sleepy time tea.
Reach into two of them.
I can make a stretcher.
Yeah, we walk and talk back to the little campsite, I assume.
I mean, honestly, if you would like, we are amongst a potential place to be safe for it. I can knock on it if you would like. It is at risk a little bit, but
No
Go
better
with-
time than the present. As I
go with what
walk
your-
it away.
Heart says. Alythia. No one else can do
Cresting around the side as you guys are walking back to that sort of main hallway, you do hear on the wind that same sort of low voice that you had heard a couple times before. Guile sending this ambient message through thaumaturgy to everyone around in hushed tones. It says, Bodlin has confirmed their next choice of travel, so we all want to get together. And you see that Bodlin has now sort of solidified himself in a spot. Amemnon, arms clasped next to him, is sort of surveying his maps as the rest of the team begins to collect themselves next to the entranceway.
Would we count ourselves as having taken a short rest?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
It's been like an
That's
hour.
I don't think I get anything back for that. But I'll just...
I'm pretty sure I don't need it.
I was like, I don't know that I used
I don't think I. Yeah, I think I'm okay.
I'm just taking a short rest so that I can get myself a
Because I
fourth
think we
level
got a
spell
short
slot
rest.
back.
Look
I
at
don't
all this
know.
hit die.
I don't know what that's like.
I would like to
Oh wait, no, that's only one
pocket
rest.
the box unseen as much as possible.
Roll stealth. Or sleight of hand, actually.
That's true, that's fair.
God, I hate it here. I start taking off clothes.
22.
To keep your
Just
armor
naked.
Want some tea?
Well, the
I don't know if you guys are back in the room.
is it cold tea?
24.
Oh,
No, it's-
yeah. I was like,
it's-
anybody's
there's a
passive
sustained
who's above the
flame underneath
22 can see this happening.
So you clocked me putting it in my thing,
I-
but I assume that I can't get anything past you.
I was gonna say, I watch you put it in your pocket, and I make eye
Mom,
contact
friend.
with you, and I just kind of like nod.
I don't notice anything.
Nope.
Because I'm an oblivious person.
She's good at the smart stuff.
This is very good tea today.
I'm
Yeah.
drinking shit tons of tea.
And I think I keep a good
Yeah, we gotta down the pot before we go and
Yeah.
like clean up real
Okay.
quick. And
pour some in here.
The Dax,
Yeah.
You know your magic water producer?
Yes.
Is it cool water? Like, not hot?
It's like room temperature.
That's way better than
Ew.
whatever temperature is here. I just kind of like...
No flapper.
Just kinda,
I did
You're
that on
gonna
the boat.
decide how like what
just
the.
gonna hold it up here for a little
Are you
while.
saying geyser?
Guys, myself to the ground. No,
Blasted.
no, I just start pouring it all
gentle
over.
shower.
Since I've been here with Dax for a little while, can I notice how tired he is? Is it Dax? Are you trying to hide it, or is it just?
I would say that your passive insight isn't great. So if you wanted to look into it, it takes a bit of like.
I mean, my
logistical-
passive insight's 16.
Yeah, I would say it's like, I mean, it takes you a second, but like you just notice that he hasn't slept in like a day.
Okay, so with prestidigitation, you can chill, warm, or flavor up to 1 cubic foot of non-living material for an hour. Can I, like, keep using it to, like, redoing,
Yeah.
like, a foot of air around myself?
An aura of AC.
Just, like, AC,
air conditioning.
like,
Sure.
around my head.
Why not? Who
I'm
cares?
gonna pick up a good
That's
slab
great.
of granite and just hand it to you, prestidigitated here.
Well, because it's
A
I
cold rock.
Cold rock.
Okay.
don't have to
What I can
concentrate, right?
I'll hold the cold rock.
You could
You're like a
make this all
chinchilla
ice
who's holding this cold
Hold
rock.
a cold
to
rock.
I got a cold rock.
And it melts
I
instantly.
know.
Settling
For an
yourselves around Amemnon, Guile, Bodlin, and the rest of the crew. As the stragglers sit down, Amemnon addresses all of you and says, "Well, we have made our way and have our next footing. So, finding foot travel across Avernus, as I assume most of you have already seen from the sheer humidity and heat, is difficult. So we would like to keep our foot traffic as short as possible. I have arranged to gain infernal vehicles with the help of Sphinxa here, as well as a contact. Candlekeep is pulling in a favor. So, the only real question is how and where to get there. Our confidant goes by the name of Bithraka, and amongst his team...
Can I insight check whether or not he trusts this contact?
Sure, yeah.
Nat 20.
What?
Yeah,
Damn.
absolutely.
Okay,
You can
cool.
tell they have history, too. He says Bithraka with a familiarity in voice, almost like an old friend.
Got it. Okay, cool. Thanks.
A Rakshasa warlord who owns quite a bit of property as well as devices. Again, I'd rather not sully our relationship, so be on your best behavior. But with Bodlin's help, as he refers to the maps down here, we've identified that we are, in fact, what we had surmised. The fort that housed the portal, which was called Bazaka's Hold, or at least historically in the material plane we had known it as Bazaka's Hold, is actually a crater founded in old by some unrecognizable being. But the more important information is that this is in fact Megalon's purse. And that, he points out to the opening just beyond where you two had spotted that black sort of like ironed fortress, is Fort Megalon, the only entrance or exit from this crater itself. the time of change, so I'm sure we could find another way. So that seems like our first respite. We must travel across this barren land by foot, make camp somewhere there, and then beyond that, find our way to Bitraka's hold.
Great.
Well, then let's begin.
Well-
Lead us.
If we're all ready, we shall set off foot. You notice, since you guys had the best perception, anybody else who wants to make a perception check can, absolutely. It's about 20 to 30 miles off in that direction.
All
So
right.
it's going to take you about a full day's travel, if not more, to get
Let's begin.
While we're traveling, I'm going to assemble some tubes and pieces, and then I'm going to put the skin of smoke screening on top to make a makeshift umbrella.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Roll a takeaway check for me.
That is a 2 for a 15.
15.
Yeah.
Easily enough. You notice that as you're tinkering around, trying to find little bits of pieces of iron to make shift
I
this.
have stuff. I have tubes and shafts and stuff that I stuck.
Tubes and shafts.
Yeah, I took it
Wow.
from the wizard guy where the pajamas were stolen from.
Gotcha.
More than one
Yeah.
shaft.
Oh
It's
my God.
rudimentary, and it kind of looks like when you have in your mind a PVC pipe project that doesn't necessarily go correctly. It's a little wonky and askew.
It
And
doesn't
you
need to
notice
be pretty.
Swixer's like pointedly just like looking at you the whole time.
I know it's beautiful.
Eyes wide, head sort of shaking a little bit as he's like fiddling with this little thing that looks eerily similar to the bomb he used, and like not, but like 2 hours before.
You really should take it easy on the caffeine, Fixer.
He's like,
All right. Well,
I just get my shield and sword out and keep an eye out.
sounds good.
Go.
We're going to be traveling for 8 full hours today. At every hour, since the harsh environment of Avernus is difficult on the mortal body, we will have to roll Constitution saving
What
throws.
if we're not
Nice.
entirely mortal? Caveat.
What if we
Not
have an
entirely
umbrella?
mortal.
You're mortal. No. We're gonna act as if you're not.
Okay then.
You want a demigod
You
status? You gotta
special-
become a god, honey.
We working on it. We're talking to Alythia in the background.
Dax is
I can carry you
topless
if you're
and has
getting
taken
tired.
his like traditional sash off his belt and has created a do-rag for
I
himself.
love it.
Noticing
up
as you
that
guys
sweat.
reach the bunker for the first time, the sky above you is this roiling sort of like miasma of darkened gray to black clouds with an undercurrent of these red flashes. And every so often in the way distance, you can see this streak of red fall beyond the claws of this crater and impact some unknown location beyond.
Red lightning.
that's
Great.
good.
Yeah. I wonder if it's worse than the regular kind.
Almost looks like shooting stars.
Almost certainly.
Yeah.
Definitely just mumbling and muttering to myself the entire time. Just
I'm gonna use my
fucking hell,
conjuration
God,
ability
please.
to make a little fan for myself that just constantly blows.
I love it.
I'm gonna need everyone to make Constitution saving throws. We'll do these in rounds like fun.
And
Since you're all near you, and I would assume the other team is also near you.
I was gonna say,
It's just
everybody
us.
group up. Let's all get around Val.
Once
I
an
will
hour, just
extend
everybody
it.
cuddling around Val.
Yeah, I'll extend it to Vander as
Hot
well.
now.
Are your saving throws only against magic?
I'm gonna do this for
they're
my bladder.
Oh, okay.
The DC is 10. I'm gonna need y'all to roll 8 for the 8 hours of travel that y'all are
Ooh.
going.
Is it 10 every time?
It is 10 every
Okay.
time. I'm gonna be back in just a second. Be honest with me,
Okay.
people.
On
First.
top of whatever comes off that dice.
Oh,
And
shit.
then you add your
So we roll
Oh,
how many
so
times?
I literally.
That was a save.
You actually
Oh,
succeed.
you're right.
I do succeed.
Because it's 10. Beats it beats.
Yeah.
So that's one
Your turn.
win.
Okay, wait, but you give us 5,
Yes, I give you 5
And I've
on
got
top of
11.
what you roll.
All right.
I've got 4.
I hit
Yes,
10
so
exactly.
the only time I would
I
fail
got
is
a
if I
plus
got a
4.
1.
Yes.
No, even if I got a 1, I would succeed. Unless
so-
he's
And the
counting ones
DC
as
is
fails.
10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
11.
all
Oh, no.
have
You have a
plus
what's your
5
con?
from you.
Yes.
So my saving throw
I
con is
think
4.
ones are fair.
Plus a 5.
Ones.
We'll have to ask him when he comes
Yeah.
down, but I'm just gonna not
Also,
roll
you
one,
get a
so it'll be
9.
okay.
If it meets,
So
it
you get a
beats,
10,
right?
it
The
meets. It beats.
save gets harder every time, though, doesn't
No.
it?
No,
No, he just
10
said
every
it's 10
time.
every time.
Ah!
It
F
might-
me, I got a 1.
It might be tomorrow. though.
One. So your
Oh, no.
Constitution save is +4.
Yeah, plus the 5.
Plus 5.
So that's
so
10.
10. So you make it. Meets it beats.
I'm a tough
Unless
motherfucker.
one's auto fail.
We do
Yeah,
it.
we
That
can
depends
ask-
on what he
It's only
decides.
it's only an
8
autofill
times?
on.
8 times.
Well,
Axe.
ask him if it's
I think it is a-
oh my effing god.
No.
That
I
means
got one
I can't
failure.
fail either.
I needed a 1 or a 2 to fail. I failed 1.
16,
No.
21.
Because I was rolling at disadvantage.
I'm hoping I don't
Oh.
fail. So far, I
Because
haven't.
I'm exhausted.
Yep, on saving throws.
Aha!
Actually, I think
8.
the
My
disadvantage
8th one
is
is
only
a
on
20.
skill checks.
Does that count?
It
It
might.
doesn't get
ones-
harder, does
But I
it?
still
No.
lost.
Oh,
What,
okay.
do ones auto fail?
Huh?
Do ones auto fail?
I'm gonna say this is a saving throw, so no.
18,
Okay, cool.
So me
Then
and
I can't fail.
me and her can't fail.
19.
Nat 20!
That's awesome! I'm
Actually,
happy for
anyone
y'all.
with a +4 or more to their saving throw cannot fail.
I failed 1. Wow.
I've been failing some really
Because of
Because
her
it's-
plus 5,
it's 5
our
plus
plus 4,
4.
plus
Oh,
if you get 1
I
or
thought you
more.
meant with her plus 4.
I failed one
Oh, no.
so far.
Yeah, I failed 1.
So
Sounds good.
17,
You gain a level of exhaustion.
Oh
Push
no!
forward.
5, 6.
Dax!
If it's 10, does it pass?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Meets and beats.
Then I've passed.
Oh, what's your con save?
It's +7.
Oh, you can't fail.
I know. I'm still writing it down for fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I failed
I got
once, so I get
2
one
tens.
level
I got a
of exhaustion.
20 on my
Level of
last
exhaustion, You gain an
I've been like
exhaustion.
prestidigitating myself the entire time, so I like see all of you all miserable, and I'm like,
I'm a tough motherfucker.
That makes
You don't
sense.
know about it.
I know, but
Just brute determination to like have a good
Oh,
attitude.
that puts you at 1, and that
can
puts
fix it as we
you don't
see.
have 1.
no, I think you.
Dax has 2, and you have 1. Okay.
You don't know that I have 2.
Yes, we do.
I'm just going real slow.
Is it half your speed?
It halves your
Yeah.
speed. Dax, come here. Nuanen, can you hold on to this rope?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm gonna quick ritual cast Tensor's floating disc.
quick.
Oh, look at the float.
And we both
What is...
come and sit with me.
I'll sit as long as she's within.
Yeah,
eyesight,
she's got the rope.
As these immense, like
She's pulling the
limestone
disc.
Yeah.
spires, like a crown of shattered rock, getting closer and closer to you guys as you press forward. You notice that both Heidi and Bodlin, who's sort of like leading the charge with a map, which I should probably give you guys, not super important, but this is a rudimentary map that he has of the area.
No, give it here.
No words,
That's
just
nice.
ink as it was pulled from his direct research. But he begins to slag more and more and more with Heidi as they're just like sweating. They both gained also.
Heidi, Bodlin, come sit with us.
Are we resting then?
Come sit with us. We have some additional locomotion as a possibility for us. Come sit with me on the
Oh,
disc.
is it a
Yeah,
tension?
is it
How
it's a
many? How
tension.
much weight? can that
500
hold?
pounds.
Okay, I'll say
All
Heidi
aboard
and
the
Bodlin
Tamani train.
can sort of like all get onto you or like link up. It's a tight squeeze,
Yeah.
but you guys can all with your little feetsies hanging off the edge.
That is so
Yeah.
fucking cute.
Stay on the tensor.
I'm just pulling them all. That's so cute.
And as you press forward around hour 7, some
I wanna
specific
draw
things come into view. You two notice that every like 3 minutes to 30 seconds, an interval about that much, you see nearing this fortress that there are these weird bursts of like columned air that seem to be going through. You can also see now the Fort Megalon in full view. It is a black iron fortress that stretches with ambition towards the sky. Its flanked spires are pointed, and it has a wrought iron gate that you can only estimate to about 70 to 100 feet tall, that stands as the single opening to this crater. Beyond that, though, you notice there's off to the left-hand side this sort of tiered cliffside. It's similarly natural, like all the other spires. It appears to be made from this impact. But you notice that there is a almost like slow waterfall of this sludge-like black ichor that appears to be descending into a spired area about 40 feet up.
Me?
And you guys are still like a mile or so off from this.
That doesn't look good.
It looks like you.
I like water when it's not thick and black.
Let's try to avoid.
Generally, as myself as well. that
Is
is
the
my
idea to
preferred
knock on the
preference.
gate?
Yeah.
I will cruise up on the broom to Amemnon.
Yeah, he is
Can I
pressing
be on the
forward
broom?
as well.
I think
Jump on the disc?
I was gonna say the
I
moment
don't fit.
I watch you like shed one bead of perspiration, I'm like, come on.
Oh, thank you.
Do you want to be in the front, or is it okay if I?
I
Great.
wherever.
Yeah, you climb in the back.
Yeah. Like, hug your waist.
Yeah. So we'll.
You notice Fixer is on sort of like this weird, like little teeny.
It's a scooter.
Yeah, no, it's what he was using earlier. That sort of like RC car that he had before. He like is sitting on one and guiding himself through
Aww.
as he's going.
I cruise up to Amemnon with you, and I just want to be like, Amemnon, any facts about the local area, wildlife, demographic? What's the sludge?
What's the black icky stuff?
Yeah, what's the sludge? What's that?
Inquisitive minds are always important, and I believe with a question comes an answer. That, my friends, and he sort of speaks to everybody.
Oh, like a tour guide?
To those uninformed, is the terrifying result of an endless war between devils and demons. That black substance is, in fact, demon ichor,
Oh, yeah.
Peter,
the
no.
insidious blood of those vile creatures.
I know what you're talking about.
It does not have a very natural way of expunging itself, and so after the blood-soaked wars have ravaged the land, it tends to pool in low points, creating, as you'll see over there, an ecosystem of its own. All of you notice that at the top of this sort of cliff face, you can just see the tops of these weird, natural, organic, I want to say, they look like if veins were a tree.
Like coral?
Yeah, well, kind of. It's like if like flesh became a tree, I suppose.
I look away.
You know the upside down.
I don't dwell.
Yeah.
I don't dwell.
It's like that, but as trees.
No.
And you can notice, particularly you two, that there are these almost like ovoid growths that appear to be hanging like sickened fruit off of it.
This little pomegranate.
I think down here will end me without your
It
help.
is an egg,
I fear that.
child.
An egg.
Those horrifying masters, or should I? In fact,
No.
I grow tired. Hold on,
Oh,
if you could. Yes. Those are abyssal chicken eggs.
Abyssal chickens.
They call them that, however quaint, because they resemble the two-legged creatures we might come in contact, but they're very different. Horrifying little young things, born of the ichor itself, and quite a nuisance amongst the hells.
So the chickens on the top, but like these ones, I assume are more like murder chickens.
Yes. They are known because they have very sharp fangs and a sort of triangular point. Actually, I have a picture. He sort of like flips through his
good.
one of his
an
books.
artist.
Wow.
Opening up to a
You can tap
page,
that on
you
the
can
things
see
that are cool about
a drawing of a sort of triangle-like creature with two taloned feet. Its face, which is at the front of the triangle, is a sort of like sharpened, almost like jagged beak. Its mouth has these sort of needle-like teeth, and there's a secondary drawing just next to it where its wings are unfurled, and that top point of the triangle actually is opened up to a sort of fleshy wing situation. Largely flightless things, however, they come in packs, so we may want to steer clear.
This
Indeed.
looks akin to a chicken the way constellations are akin to their namesake.
Welcome to hell.
Oh.
I mean, constellations still are named after the things they sort of look like.
This is
Sort
valid.
of.
Can we seek refuge?
Yeah, can we go
I
in?
think today's enough travel for me.
I would prefer to go inside as well. We will see what accommodations we're able to find inside. And
Wait, inside what?
Yeah, this is a desolate crater.
Big
So
Hell Hotel?
it's either park where you are, or perhaps maybe go to one of the outlying
I'd like to choose
sort
a...
of periphery.
I would prefer to find
Cliff
some
sides.
form of shelter.
I thought you were the shelter.
I can make shelter, however, I
I'd
would
like
prefer
to
to put
find
it in a place
tactically...
that is more advantageous.
Can we get through the door?
Is there any sort of stair
You
in
can
which we could
see
camp upon?
how the
not
gate
close
is
enough.
right now. You notice, I mean, I would say both of you can see. Who else has a really high passive? You got a 16. You do too? Okay,
20.
perfect. So anyone above a 20 can notice that there's a thin line of that same skyline just between those sort of blackened gates.
Okay.
So you would assume that they're like slightly propped.
So we might need to do something to open them up.
These are insanely large.
Oh, so we can just squeeze
iron
through.
gates.
That's nice.
Like I'm talking, like they are
Black gate.
5
Like
to
more
10
than-
foot
yeah, flat
thick
gate, more or
and 70 to 100 feet
I
tall.
was gonna say,
Oof.
I'm seeing like Naruto Uzumaki Firetail Fox, like the gates, like the big
I
gates.
don't know your references. I'm sorry.
Damn it.
I win.
But it's far. It's
Google
far
search.
off though.
It's like a mile away.
Oh,
That's not bad, especially after all
are
we
we
traveled.
not trying to
No.
go in there?
No,
We could
are you
camp
kidding me?
at the
What if
gate.
something comes out?
I would prefer to find some place where we can.
And this is
set
like
a
at
good
sort of
watch.
the point in which you guys have gotten like, I can't walk very much for the rest of today.
Right, camp. Camp.
Let's go find a place that is sheltered for us to camp.
Would anyone like to roll survival to aid?
I will do that.
I
with
will
Yep.
take a look as well.
I can try.
Mialiki, guide me to a safe
I will
place to
give
sleep.
Nuanen an advantage as Reggie and I
Yes.
kind of jump up with
Do
her.
you want to?
At least not
I
as dangerous.
will go hang out
as
with
others.
Uldon instead.
Are you proficient?
So that's
You wanna help me?
15.
I can help you. Do you have a +9?
I can help you, I
Rolled
guess.
a lot-
Thank you.
a little on the low side. For
That's
me.
the most Valenccya VonVail thing I've ever said.
I was like, I have a +4,
15?
but
Listen,
I also have
for a
+4.
city gal,
Hmm.
I spent some time outside.
It's one of my casual
Valenccya?
skills, you know.
Hold on, my roll is loaded.
Same.
Continue
Yeah.
with someone else.
doesn't, except for today.
You know what doesn't load?
Shut up.
These guys.
Do you want to roll some dice? I have some right here.
18.
18. Okay. Both of you guys spot out, not too far away. It is about a half-mile's trek off to your guys' left-hand side,
Just a little
where
further.
the slopes of sort of the beginning crags of these like large limestone spires have broken, and they've made a cliff of their own with a little divot, almost like a break, and it does look like a little cave over that direction.
I just kind of sidle up to you and we're like, yeah.
Yeah. That
It's
way.
like they're like
over there.
shattered. It almost looks like
We
you know.
nestled in there
If
and
we,
Grudj
like,
set
got
the...
in there.
That's
Gross.
good.
Yeah.
Let's go. Amemnon and them come...
Yeah,
we just-
absolutely.
yeah.
You guys are able to
Just
make camp
trust
stuff
us.
easy enough.
Oh, that's good.
I gotta sit down.
Alythia's gonna like
Even
slide
for
her
me, I gotta
hand
sit
into
down.
Uldon's and like try to like sidle off to the side to him to just like have like a private conversation to make it look like it's something that it's not.
Go get a dome, you two.
I know we're close, but I didn't think we'd be this close. This
Yeah,
quick.
you hear a Valenccya sounding whistle.
I have a question to ask you
Why
about
are you
a
whistling?
box that was found.
I'm intrigued.
Something about a shadow, and I'm gonna like pull it out and try to like not. I mean, she's probably gonna catch me doing it, but like I don't know that anyone else is.
Imagine Val gets a lot of headaches.
Looks like Might be beyond me. What's got you so perceptive?
Something about it. Yeah, they told me it's a shadow matron on
Doesn't
the
look
bottom?
infernal, does it?
No, unfortunately. Sylvan writing. So, some sort of fae.
Why do you care?
Something about it. Just pulls at my heartstrings. Don't know. But if you don't think it's anything interesting, I'll just...
Well, wait a moment. Let me look at it.
Sure.
Uses it over his hands. It's out of my research purview.
Unfortunate.
You could ask... I don't know. Honestly, some of the new recruits aren't worth their salt in research, but I know that Alythia at least has some connection to the Fae. She was an adjunct for us. You could ask her. Looks dark, though.
Yes.
Interesting business.
Wow, you can
It
see
does,
colors.
doesn't it? Well, do you care to go with me to speak with her? Or should I go on my own?
Might be better with two people.
Yeah, I thought you might be interested. I think we would try and find out wherever she's camping and have
Yeah,
him
she's with you
introduce
guys.
me and-
She's
yeah.
at this point.
I was like, I don't know that I've like actually talked to her, but
She's sharpening a short sword.
Is she the fighter lady?
She's not. She's
Oh, okay.
one of the
Who is
bow
this?
users you had seen. She has two short swords on either side of her and a longbow that she
That's a
slings
lot
over
of-
her back. Yeah, she's
What?
sort of
Yeah.
like gripped to the
Did you say
teeth.
Lucia?
But she's mainly an archer. And
It's unlike you.
as you guys approach, her interest is peaked a little bit. More often than not. How's the first day been treating you?
Oh, it's hell.
Such a funny joke.
And
If it wasn't so terrible, I'd be masking it not with laughter.
right, yeah, I know. Anyway, I had a question, and I have been informed. Kind of gestures at Uldon. You may know something of the Fae, and I'm gonna set the box in front of her.
Little, let me see.
My friends said at the bottom says.
Oof. This is dark dealings. Looks like it's more of the Undercourt. The Dark Sealy. I have no idea what that is though. Is it a box?
Oops, sorry.
It seems like it, and we'll just like shake it just a little
Have you
bit to
opened
make
it?
the rattle sound. I haven't. I haven't been able to find an opening, and my friends have offered to knock it, but I'm
Trixie.
concerned.
Well, if it's Fae, which it looks like it is, it's sealed in on the back. There might be some different way of opening it.
How do Fae seal things?
Keyword. Have you tried Open Sesame?
Open sesame.
Nothing happens.
No, I have now. What is it in Sylvan?
She says it in Sylvan. Nothing happens.
What is the name of the Shadow Matron?
Which one?
That's a good question. A thorny one?
Ooh, well, it's hard to say. I know. Gosh, I haven't done research in Fae for so long. Some blighted creatures tend to call themselves shadowed matrons, shadowed mothers, shadowed creature. I mean, it's the Shadow Court, so you can only surmise that everyone would want that title, I suppose. I mean, it could be an archfey. Why? I mean, is it a relic? Did you bring this? Or?
We found it.
Oh. Like here.
Just back in the other hall. It was in a locked box.
You see her kind of do like a little bit of like a quick superstitious ritual. She pours out some of the sand that she grabbed from the ground on into her hand, and then like throws it over her shoulder.
So you're just as worried about everything here as I am.
I don't know. It's just, I mean, I can't imagine something locked in a fort in the middle of Avernus is not there for a reason.
Well, thank you.
You are welcome.
And I'll pocket it and turn to Uldon. Well, I guess that was exciting.
You could bring it up to Amemnon. If he already doesn't know.
Sure he does. It was in the room and everybody pointed it out. I just...
Well, if it's not threatening, then he doesn't bring it back up.
It's a good point. Maybe I should see if Grudj would knock it for me.
Don't knock it till you try it.
How far away are we from those sludge egg things?
You guys are, so the sort of cave that you guys had found was along the cliff face that sort of staggered up towards that direction. So
Are we more than 300 feet away?
I'm gonna say maybe.
Don't
Like, who
knock.
knows? Maybe sound travels.
I'm
a
gonna
little
say
differently.
sound travels. However, I would say you haven't heard anything, but also like 300 feet is like a long ways.
Yeah.
And you haven't seen on top of this cliff, so who's to say? You know what I mean?
Perhaps one
Okay.
of the magicians in our
Okay.
company would have
Alright.
something that could mitigate that.
Use a
Alright.
rock.
Alright, I'm gonna go up to Grudj with the box.
If we could
Yes.
talk to each other. I have a solution.
I'm with you. We're all hanging out. This is
Oh,
around
I was
our
like,
fire.
we're probably all
We were
around
all,
the campfire.
we were all with Grudj, and then you came back.
Yeah, I nudged
Right,
you away.
yep, yep, with like
Dax,
Uldon like
you were
shadow
sleeping
behind
with your eyes open. You were looking at the box.
Watching
Yeah.
We'll come back to that. Okay. Yeah, you're staring very intently at a box.
The same box
Yes.
We feel
that
good
you've
about
been like rubbing in your coat like all
Does
day.
it feel like
You didn't see that.
You've been doing it all
she
day.
didn't deny it? So.
I just had a guess.
Can we open it? I'm dying. I didn't because I was concerned, but now I mean, Uldon has a point. Memnon didn't say anything when he saw it earlier, so it can't be that bad, right?
That's true.
And we're assuming that Amemnon knows anything about it at all.
He
I
was
look
in the
over at
room with
Amemnon
us
as we're
when-
talking
He's
about.
sort of like arms crossed,
He
looking
may
at
know
you
about
all.
I think I'll
just-
message him real quick. How inadvised would a knock spell be at this moment?
His like eyebrow is peaked a little bit. Says, "Well, it's not safe, and we don't know what might be out there, but
As far as
We
I
also
know.
It's
don't know what's in
dangerous.
here.
I sent another message. Hey, could we pick your brain on the nature of a box we found?
While you're talking,
you may," he says out loud as he gets up from his chair
I
and
take
walks
out
over
a
to
handsaw, and I'm like,
Don't
it's
break
a
it! Don't
wooden
break it!
box.
Don't break it!
I don't break it.
What do you?
It's so pretty.
By
Who
that
knows what
logic,
knock is gonna
Rather
do?
pretty.
You could also
may
light
I?
it on
It
fire.
unlocks it. That's the point of knock.
Yeah, but what if because it has no seams to open, it just makes it
he seeks from
explode?
you.
Oh, just
We
because
have no
it's
idea.
Maybe it's a jewelry box.
there's something in it. It must have been open at one point.
Where did you find this?
They found it in a vault.
It was in an
the-
infernal puzzle box.
It was in the floor.
I opened it. That's my second one. Bet you can't beat that.
I would imagine he
Peter,
can.
I'm sure many wizards have opened 3 or more infernal boxes. It doesn't.
I don't know. They're pretty hard.
Yes, I bet there's a lot in hell.
What?
Nuanen feels like a proud mom.
What is my
Over
shadow
that
doing
comment.
while the box is in his hands?
I don't know if it's safe for you all to be able to carry this. I might want to take it under my wing just for the interim trick. You've noticed that as it has gone from your hands to Grudge's and then to his, your shadow, like a point, moves towards it in its direction.
I'm sorry, but that doesn't
Guile.
belong to you.
And he sort of like references to Guile.
Doesn't belong to us
Doesn't it
either.
say in our contract that we can keep any treasure that we find ourselves?
Right?
I would request the return of said box
Valenccya
under
raises
the
a blonde
understanding
eyebrow.
that we would
I
not
think it
open
does
it
actually say
during
in
our
contract.
trek.
I do love a person who reads the fine print.
We've
Oh,
been
I didn't
teaching
read
her.
it, I just
She's
remember.
been working. No, she's been doing great. You've been doing
Y-
great?
yeah.
How about we come to an agreement? This may be dangerous. I don't condone using spells that may give off our location unless we know we are alone. Specifically because this, he puts it out, holds it up, is not why we're here. This may contain something beyond your power, but I am bound by rules. You found it, you may keep it. If you'd like for me to look after it, keep it safe for you, you may. The choice is yours.
Do you think I would prefer to keep it in my own company?
Well, do not lose it!
Can I try to gather both of these sets of emotions? What is a Memnon like giving off in this moment, and what is Alythia?
Yeah.
How is she reacting to it being taken away from her?
Insight check.
And how is a Memnon at like giving it back?
Extra.
I have something to say after he is out of earshot, so I'm just gonna kind of stare at him until I know that he can't hear me.
I don't like creepy Dax.
This is tired.
His eyes are on you and you, but particularly you. You notice that Guile is looking between both of you rather pointedly, and sort of has like a sideways smirk about her. But that's all you really glean from them in particular.
Okay.
I will say that I mean, if you'd like to, I don't know if you want to cover up how you're feeling right now, but the
I don't
11
think
is
she would
not
have
enough.
been thinking about that.
Just wanting it back.
Just whatever your passive
Yeah, I'll say
perception
it's
is.
just a question. You know,
Yeah.
you're getting base
Okay.
level stuff.
Cool.
I think they'd pick up. I'm deeply curious, but also respect the will of the party that you're
As I
traveling with.
super don't trust him, can I check the box for like anything he's done to it, or if it's
Yeah.
not the same?
Arcana. Or investigation.
Yeah,
They're both bad.
they're the same. 16?
Nothing you can tell.
Okay,
Actually pretty good. +4.
yeah,
Mhm.
feel reasonably.
It is like that in our contract, didn't it?
You did.
No, you had it correct.
Dax.
I don't read, but I
You
remember.
seem further away than usual.
I'm just tired.
Something troubling you? Besides,
We are-
hell?
At camp.
Yeah, 3 domes have been erected by
thank
the wizards on this side.
One for us.
Vander has made one.
I think their domes are bigger than ours.
Bodlin has made one, and then oh no, not Bodlin. So it would be Uldan, Vander, and Heidi
Wait.
have all made one.
Is this guy still hanging around us?
A Mamnon?
Yeah, I would say. Well, he's moved to the one that Uldan has made, and he's starting to set up his own stuff for the night. And honestly, after that interaction, turns away, does his own thing, lets it to you.
I just would like to point out that I do have access to a spell that sound cannot travel through. So that magic.
Fortunately, not requires somatic components as well, and verbal components as well.
I mean,
But the
that-
magic
Oh.
does exist.
what if you're on
Yes.
the edge of it? Like your hands are in the silence, and you're
Grudge, give me
outside
an
of it.
Arcana check.
All right.
It isn't
This
silence.
one's been fucking me today. I'm gonna use a different one.
It's a barrier that prevents sound from traveling outside of the barrier.
That is significantly different than silence.
13.
Knock can dispel any magic up to the level that it is cast.
Would I get a roll on it?
I mean, you could attempt it.
Now, I cannot cast this spell right now, but someone in camp may have access to something similar.
I think we've.
Oelke's resilient sphere.
The issue is that I would have to be inside the sphere as well.
Well, you would
You
be
want
the
to
only one
open
in the
it?
sphere.
That's the...
Very true.
Well, I had talked to someone else, and they said that, and maybe you can corroborate this. Maybe there's a keyword or a phrase to open it.
I say open in Sylvan.
Nothing happened.
No!
Everyone
No!
got super quiet.
What
you
did it say on?
message
I'm
the
gonna pull
box?
up that coin.
Like,
What
try
did
to
it say
talk
on
to
the
it?
coin again?
Oh, it essentially says
I don't speak
like
Sylvan.
a
think
soul
he
of,
read it.
or like a soul of the damned. I mean, unless you read
And then
Infernal,
a memnon.
it's just from. Oh, well, that's on one side.
Oh
The
yeah,
other
I
side
read it.
says-
I read it out loud. Whatever.
Yeah. So
Actually, I wrote it down. I'm sorry.
there are two sides to this coin. One has in Asmodeus we trust, and then on the other side it's one soul of the damned.
What if we say Asmodeus? Isn't it just?
I'm not
That's
sure.
just the same in Sylvan, isn't it? That's a name. That's.
Yeah.
Asmodeus.
Nothing
So
Yeah. Well, what about? Do you know about the shadow quartz? The shadow and seal?
I know of them. I know they are causing trouble right now.
To every light side.
Do you know a shadow matron?
When you first read it, I racked my brain, but nothing stands
I
out.
could ask.
They all call themselves things like
All of them?
Shadow Matron, Shadow Weaver, Shadow Dreamer.
Sure.
So I just gotta throw it out there. Are you interested in the box or what's inside the box? Because it seems like everybody's super concerned about the pretty box, when I'm more concerned about what's in the box.
Does it sound like
Naturally.
Legos when you shake it?
It's just everybody's
Yes.
like, don't destroy the
Um,
box.
Okay,
The box is so
okay.
pretty. Let's
Yeah,
not
I held
break
on
it.
to a
Pretty,
box and
but
everyone
also
got
it
mad
is
when I tried to
containing
open it. So.
whatever is inside of it, and I would like to be able to put it back in the box if I don't like what's in there.
But how do you know you can even close the box?
Well, if it opens, it should close.
That's not. It has no
If you
visible
break it, then you
signs of
can't.
opening.
Exactly. So it's probably magic. So you might have to magically reseal it. That's fine. I just need to figure out.
It's
Is
just-
it speaking
have-
to you in any way? You seem a bit passionate about this item we've just now come across. Are you feeling alright? Alythia.
Can I say Shadow Matron in Sylvan?
Yeah.
What?
I love it.
Silence
I love it.
falls for all of you, as if nothing happens.
Has anyone tried
Is
to
there
hurt the box?
any other
I
writing
haven't,
on this box that I have
but
been
I can.
staring at?
Have you tried to harm it? How thick is it?
You got a nat 20. I gave you that writing.
I could have a go at it.
Is there writing on it that you're...
Yeah, that's what they read. The Shadow Matron? The writing. I just
The writing of Shadow Matron. Nothing more?
unlock it with a keyword or a phrase. Keyword.
Can you ask it?
What's the word for unlock in Sylvan?
Unlock.
La, 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 la,
What
la, 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 la.
would they keep in a box in hell?
Do you think
Something
it
they
has to
didn't
do with
want
this
getting
damned
out.
soul?
Is it a soul?
So
Is
Well,
it
I
a
mean,
soul
this-
of a Shadow
This
Matron?
coin was with it.
It could just be part of the personal effects of the demon that placed it there, however.
I take
You
the
can have
coin and I tap it on the box. That's creepy.
Can we talk to the... Hello? Is this your box?
You said thorny vines, yeah? That's all that's what all of the decaling is?
I could burn it if we want it.
I'm just gonna try a little something.
I
kind of whip out my dagger, and I'm just like try to scratch the box.
Okay. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
+5. I'm standing next to my friend Peter.
+5. So that is a 23. 23. Yep.
The box does not scratch.
So it is magical.
Yeah, but are you just bad at scratching?
You want to use your magical sword and try?
No, I don't care for the box, if I'm being honest. We're not here for the box, are we?
Yeah, how's this gonna help us? Help Vander? Help whatever
I'm
we're
gonna
fucking
go check
doing
on Vander,
here.
and I leave the dome for Vander's dome.
I'm gonna follow you. Not secretly, I'm just following you.
Let's go have some Vander time.
He is currently shacked up with Heidi and Bonlin, currently.
Oh.
Shacked up.
Well, they're all just like
Shacked up.
chilling.
Oh.
Honestly, Vander's kind of like taken to his own and is now like poring over books and like side-eyeing both of the other characters.
I'm going to move over to Alythia and I'll say, I intend on paying a visit to the Unseelie eventually. I can inquire into the nature of this box, if you wish.
I mean, I do hope to have it figured out before. There's something about it. I don't want to say it's calling to me because I'm not crazy, but
I'm gonna insight check that shit.
Fascination with a magical item is not necessarily a
25.
healthy behavior. Ask our friend Grudj.
Also, I'm wearing a sentient suit of armor that talks to me sometimes.
If you'd
but
like to
nobody else
conceal
can hear.
yourself, you
Oh,
can
are we
roll
talking
a check
about
if
things
you'd
that
like.
talked?
So I don't think.
I'm sorry.
I'm
People,
inciting-
too many people are talking. I don't know what's going on. What's happening?
If you'd like to conceal or your intentions, or even just to keep your emotions to yourself, you can roll a check, either persuasion or deception, against his insight check. If you want to. Otherwise, you can just let him know
Got a
what your
25.
true feelings are. And this is in reference to you saying you had a special, or not like a special connection to it.
You didn't have a special connection or you're not interested in it for any weird reason.
Yeah.
I insight checked that specific phrase.
That's not what I said.
You said something very similar.
What you
Yeah,
said.
that's
It's not
what
like
you're
it's
assuming.
calling to me or anything.
Right,
Well,
that's
believe-
what I
yeah,
said.
it's not
That's
like
what I
it's calling
said.
to you
Is
or
that like it's
anything.
calling to me? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. And it's
That's what I said.
it's not calling to me. I'm not trying to like I'm picking words specifically for the way I'm saying
if
them.
you're trying
So
to
that's
be
why I'm like
decisive or persuasive, I would roll a check just to keep it concealed.
Just because it's not using words.
Also,
Yeah.
Does it
I'm
mean-
gonna DM note. I'm gonna try and work out something with insight and deception. I think after this session, so it can be a little bit more smooth. Because I just don't know if the contested rolls is all that great. Yeah, we should figure out something. I'll retool some stuff, but.
I had a 25.
so did I. But you meet. So,
I mean,
We can do a
there
different
is-
room. We can do a different room if you want to give me more.
I mean, all that there is like there is something that is calling isn't the right word, but yes, it is. That's essentially what you would see it
This
as.
thing
I
is-
assume
this
is
thing- this thing
something
has
is
a lot
something
more
is
there's an
importance.
impulse.
there
to
is
keep
an
it.
impulse to keep it and to work with it and to have it to do something with it, and you can tell that.
In Sylvan, darkness falls.
Are you just
Yeah.
saying words?
Ominous phrases.
The mother's embrace.
No, it's so comfortable in the dome, but it's getting boring.
We'll try another.
I'm gonna
No.
Are you
I'm
sure?
gonna walk out of the dome.
You
and-
almost had it.
Am I really?
Yeah.
Mother's embrace. Dark mother.
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
What?
We're gone.
Oh my god, you don't get my +5!
The wizard,
20.
though.
Nothing happens. You just hear, in the back of your mind, like a soft cackle, almost like.
This cunt.
Taunting you.
I'm getting closer, but I don't know what the phrase is.
Do you try again? Come on, 5 for 5. Let's go.
Well, can you say dark matron? Dark queen? I don't know, Sylvan. I can't say those words in that language.
If you want to continue thinking about it, the night drags on. I'll let you use your mind, and then you guys were going to talk to Vander.
I should have written down what I tried.
You want
he sort
me
of
to
perks
tell
up
me what
at
you
the
said?
thought of you.
I knock on the bubble
Darkness
before
rises.
entering, which is
Dark
polite.
darkness falls.
Sorry, yes, darkness rises is
Me.
what I was going to tell you to try.
And me.
And
then
I can-
Welcome.
I can
Well,
stand
you said
yeah,
dark
no,
mother.
come on in.
I'm
Okay.
just
Mother's
making sure that
embrace.
we have enough
That was the close one.
research. Is there something you needed?
just wondering if
Falls
you,
was the close one.
Yeah.
how you were doing with all of
Mother's Embrace was the last one he said
this.
before the one that
Great.
The Dark Mother gave me
Doing-
wisdom saving
just-
throw.
Yeah.
Do you know
Doing great.
anything about Sylvan by chance? Did you study that a lot in... I couldn't remember the language.
You're a linguist.
Chosen to
You know,
pursue.
I took intro to Sylvan and I failed right out.
Oh god, I didn't remember you failing, but...
No,
I
it was
guess-
one of the harder ones. I thought Elven was enough, but
Yeah.
why?
Oh, no reason. We found something that... The box that Amemnon lectured us over.
You really shouldn't be distracting yourself.
I'm not.
At
I'm not
any moment, we
distracted,
could
Vander.
be
I'm focused on...
violated, or we could be incurred. Why? I mean, what does it matter?
I just thought maybe it would help. What are you working on there? Unpacking your...
No, I got
preparing spells?
Bodlin wanted me to go over a history, a sorted book that he had about some of the forts. There was this passage here about General Megalon trying to piece things together, at least as close as we could. So, Amemnon this morning, Bithraka, what is his name? Bithraka.
Our contact.
He's sitting in a definable location. I know that he keeps his hold of what's called the Underclaw or the Shattered Talons.
Okay.
Can be what it's called, but it's this natural landscape. It's a crag in one of the cliff faces that has these sort of 4 spires that jut out from underneath. At least that's what we were told, and we're trying to see how far away it is.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not getting much.
The area we're in, could I get a higher vantage point? By
Yeah,
just
you can
going
fly up for sure.
Yeah, can I fly like...
Absolutely.
Let me see.
As you crest over the 40-foot sort of like cliff face,
Yeah.
you get over the top and you notice there is this immense like black lake with these same sort of scraggled trees on the periphery, and you notice a couple dots of these, what you could only assume are very real, living, breathing abyssal chickens. They appear to be sort of like roosting and moving around close to the I don't want to say water, the Icar's edge. But most notably from your passive perception, you notice that there is a sludgy waterfall, which you had seen before, filling this lake up, and there appears to be a shack off to the northern bank, sort of nestled in a crook, and there appears to be a iron fence with about 50 abyssal chickens inside of it. And no movement, but just this shack next to the river, or next to the
Does it look like
the lake.
Quick
Rush
question: did you
process
rush
track?
out of the cave and then go up?
I assume what you... Oh, wait. We're in a cave.
You're in sort of like a overhanged crag location.
Okay, yeah, I would go around the ogre.
Yeah,
Overhang.
No, you're not
I most
going like
definitely-
straight up into the rocks. You gotta go out and then
I
over.
realized that probably wouldn't be the most useful information I could gather for our team.
I was in the
so I
open,
chose to
I'm
not
still
do
with
that.
just like kicking rocks around, and I would have seen you go out
Yeah,
there. And
as
I
you
just
see-
followed you up into the sky.
You get the same.
You
the
and
same
Vander
thing.
are left standing
Yeah, I was
alone.
like,
So
I'm just
sorry.
like,
She does what she wants.
Wait, didn't
Yeah, she sure
what's his
does.
face? The chickens can't fly. Should we go check it out?
No, Peter.
You
I
follow?
mean,
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I'm always
Yeah,
20 foot
okay.
behind
You- You said you're good with languages, right?
Yes, I am.
Do you know Old Elvish?
Except for fucking.
I might, depending on what it is.
Can you tell me, and I repeat out loud, do you know what this means?
Depends how much did our mother teach him.
The last sentence, I say it out loud.
Time to teach before she go make babies.
Your handwriting is terrible.
Oh, I spoke it. I spoke it.
I thought you wrote it down. Friend, like,
Well, I tried. Okay, so I tried to write it down.
and then you
and then
speak it to
I speak it. I speak the sentence to you.
It's I mean, you've already pointed out all the things that I could really point out. It's old, very old, almost celestial. I can't.
I was
read.
hoping
I mean,
you could tell me.
It has a different cadence for sure. I mean, I have no idea who that is or what that is about, but that's, I mean, interesting enough. If you gave me time, I'd be able to at least give you some sort of an answer. I also don't have any research tools with me here.
Sure.
Why?
Because I spoke it once.
Just like speaking in tongues sort of situation.
It's something I said to someone once.
This isn't gibberish.
What?
This isn't like you just made
No.
it up. Okay. So
I,
you believe that
I don't-
you were this was a real language that you were speaking.
This is a language I used to speak, yes.
Okay. Do you want me to write it down? I can do some research for you after this. I mean, we should really be on task.
Right, sorry.
Yeah. When I'm back, well, if we get back, and I'm with my books, I will do a bit of research for you.
I would appreciate that. Thank you.
Nothing. Yeah, that's fine.
Bonding over our love of books, are we?
What? Holy shit. Are you like back?
Yeah, I just dropped straight into
Somebody
the
put a
ceiling.
pill on her.
Oh, were you guys doing anything up there? I did skip that bit where
Oh.
you saw this whole situation
We're
on
going
top
to
of the
see stuff.
cliff.
We're not.
I will say after about a minute
There's-
or so,
There's a shack, and it's got a pen.
there's a
Full of
human
chickens.
person that does appear to be in the pen.
What?
And
There's a
he's sort of
person?
like he's sort of like tossing things out to these abyssal
Is
chickens.
his feet on backwards?
No.
Oh.
Well, you can't really see from this
Oh.
vantage, but
It's a rakshasa,
he's got
right?
rags and clothes on.
Oh.
Mm.
Peter.
Yeah. There's a person feeding abyssal chickens out
Is
there.
that what we're here to do, Peter? I didn't think so.
It could be a part of something.
Yeah.
I'll
Maybe.
also
More
say,
trouble.
since you're up at this location right now, you do notice, just surveying the
Location.
Yeah, beyond the cliff face towards the fort that you guys are heading to, there does appear to be similar black pools, dotted almost near randomly, like polka dotted, towards it in a natural spray. And you also notice in the time frame that it's taken to identify each other, talk about this, look at the guy, one of those holes bursts forward like a geyser of black ichor and begins to spray it onto the ground before hollowing back into this sort of like empty chasm. And
Note
then
to self.
slowly filling back up.
Avoid. Geysers. Of ichor.
Yeah. I feel
And it
like
processes all the way towards this fort.
Great.
It's a geyser field.
Oh, the
Good.
geyser field. This would be fun.
Should we just fly over?
Absolutely not, Peter. We're landing now. And I put my hand on your shoulder and just like force
I'm
us
just
to
saying
land.
that it looks dangerous, and we can either talk to the chicken guy and see what he knows.
You notice he kind of like looks up to this guy and then like looks around a little bit before like
We'll
getting
send him a
preoccupied
message
with the
if you're
chickens
so
and like going back.
eager to make friends.
That's such a good idea. I'm gonna fly over about 120 feet above the chicken man.
Peter.
I'm gonna message him.
Lordy.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be like, hey, how's the chickens?
You hear a startled, hey! Oh! Oh, hello! Wait! Who? They're fine! And you see him looking around a little bit.
Do you know anything about the geyser field?
He passes over you, by the way, with his vision several times. Just doesn't see you.
Okay. Me and my friends, we want to go up to the big black gate. Do you know how to get there?
What? The gate? No, wait. You all wait. I don't see. Wait. What?
Okay, this is going pretty.
I'd like
pretty
to
good
say
so
we're
far.
about 60 feet apart. I hear none of this, and I just go.
I give you a thumbs up. It's good. It's going great.
He begins to sort of scream out, "You're going to the rubble fields!" Like out into the air.
God. Peter, now he's screaming. That's nice.
That
Hello?
sounds right. As I message down. That sounds exactly like what we're going to.
Woo! Rubble fields. Yeah, I got lost many of my babies. But yeah, well, yeah.
The chickens are babies. Got it. Okay. Do you know the way through the rumble fields?
Sounds like you're in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, wait, yeah, well, we graze out there, yeah.
I can't imagine I'd want to eat anything in the rumble fields. As I message you, just saying that.
I have no plans to eat the rubble fields, Peter.
You hear him yell out again. Where are you? I can't see. Well, very well.
Peter, I think that's enough making friends in hell for today.
So now that I'm closer, what is this person's? Is it a person?
It is a person. It's a human being. They're clad in sort of like these very simple peasant's clothes that have been on them for what you can only assume is lots of years. Their face is a sallowed sack of skin worn by time and heat. His eyes droop low and appear not to really be concentrating on anything. He's got sort of that friar sunspot no hair thing going on with just a tuft on the right and left side of long mangled hair. His teeth that you can see when he opens his mouth and screams up to the sky are a blackened void. Just black all around. And he appears to have a staff in his hand that he's been using to like hit some chickens that are getting too close to his ankles.
He's definitely a local, as I messaged you.
I nod.
Yeah, he seems very knowledgeable about the surrounding areas. He's also very crazy. Yeah. Maybe an opportunity here. Yeah. Not because I want to go meet some abyssal chickens or anything, but I think there's something here that could be helpful.
Do you want to pass it by Memnon, or do you want to go just sneak off by yourself?
No, I want to go sleep. But
That's
maybe tomorrow.
Probably for the best.
Hello!
Why don't you let him know to stop yelling into the abyss? That his little friend will come visit him in the morning if we're all alive and make it through the night.
Honestly, though, it might be better if I
Let
don't.
go, Steve!
Thought Alythia was spicy.
Is that you?
Hell is making Val spicy.
He seems
like
crazy
spicy
already,
Val.
so I feel like if I confirm.
Oh, you
that I'm not-
rapscallion! You better not come around my house!
It's just.
I bet. So we might come see you tomorrow. We might not. But
I
just
knew it!
Enjoy your time here. If you don't see us, then goodbye forever. And then I fly away.
Legoshi, I knew it! You better not come back! He screams out to the air as you guys fly back down.
Okay, that was fun. I fly
So
back into
what
the
do you
cave.
think?
So, I mean, we could try Dark Mother's Embrace. We could try.
Do we? Can I roll an intelligence check to see that if the word is spoken in the room, it enacts it, or is it the person touching, holding, or hovering over the box that would enact it?
You can roll an Arcana check.
Just start reading every word in the dictionary. We'll get through them all eventually.
Nope, I got
think you're
nothing. I got a 6.
I think we land right
Like
back.
breaking a
You have
password.
no clue. Honestly,
I
it's
was
getting
gonna be
a little-
willing to like touch it and hold it and repeat the word that you said, but I don't know if that'll help.
It's getting mentally exhausting at this point.
I think, honestly, we should wait on this one. At this point, I'm extremely tired, and I would prefer to sleep if possible, and maybe wake up refreshed in the morning.
Right. That's fair.
Have you guys rejoined us at this point? Because you said you were with
Oh,
Nuanen.
is she not back yet?
No.
Okay, never mind.
He's talking with
Disadvantage.
It's all in the same area. You guys are in relative proximity.
Oh, sure.
So, tea?
Yes, tea is a good idea.
And then we should talk about she sleeping in shifts.
Yes, absolutely. You're not here
I'm
We've
just
only
like
gone
watching.
for like a
I'm just
couple
like
minutes,
watching
maybe.
your brother.
Watching.
I'm
Back
watching your
soon.
brother
Yeah, you guys reconvene.
work or whatever.
yet. Okay.
I want an iced tea. Can you make that?
Prestidigitation. Yeah.
Yes.
It's just an ice cube. You're
I'm
like,
gonna say it tastes like what do I want to say here? If you were drinking like sweat,
oh, I was just thinking like old ice
a little
cubes.
too human in taste.
No, I don't drink it. I
Also,
say
to anyone
it's
else
really good right
who's
now.
drank anything, it falls in a weird, uncanny sort of
Water
sensation of where it is off. It is either too salty, too like dipped in toes, or almost
Even using water from the endless decanter?
yeah, almost
Ugh.
like at the end of your
Gosh,
sensation,
even with
you're still just as
prestidigitation.
thirsty, if not a little
It
quenched
just
than you were
masks.
before.
Grudge, did you put
It
something in
adds
my
the
water? It
flavor.
tastes
Nope.
like ass.
I imagine
Does
this may
yours
be the
too?
effect of being in hell.
Peter, does your water taste like
We're in
garbage?
hell.
Can I
Yeah.
taste your water, Alythia? Dax, can I taste some of that water?
What's
I
my
taste all
sweat
water.
taste like?
Even whiskey?
It's bad, same.
Oh.
Sweat tastes like sweat.
I'm gonna take out my whiskey and drink it. Is it-
Tastes bad. It
Oh,
tastes worse than
God.
normal.
Oh, is the whiskey not magical enough?
I drink it again
Tastes like
anyway.
biscuit.
You take your sleep.
Can I have some of
Get
that?
your
It's been a
rest.
hard day. Is there
It's
enough?
not good, but here you go.
Tonight
It's
if,
not great.
That's so bad. Oh
It's
my
pretty
God.
bad. It's awful.
I need
It's fucking
Wow,
nasty.
Really gross.
I can watch
It's
Pretty
fucking gross.
So at some point during the day, I took all of my clothes and bags and everything, and I put them inside the cauldron that always follows me around.
Right.
Yep.
That went through the portal, yeah.
Yeah. No, it was following me the whole
For
time.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
Since we are getting ready for bed here,
Everything's in there. Yeah.
Okay, so
the only
good.
thing I'm wearing is the Dactar, so I'm just
Perfect.
kind of like a shiny person.
Love that for you.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything anyone would like to do before you take your long rest?
We were having a little conversation here.
Perfect.
You'll watch her, make sure nothing
Yes.
bad happens, that
She only needs to rest for
person doesn't take over.
4 hours. I can stay vigilant these 4, stay by her side, and
Can I hear this?
I'm not necessarily hiding it, but yes. Probably. If I'm in the bubble.
I'm not gonna acknowledge that I hear it,
Got
but
that
I hear
20
it.
passive.
I just need to know that I heard it.
Yeah.
no.
I say goodnight to Vander, and then I
If
come
anything
back over and
happens,
watch.
wake me up.
I will. You'll be my first awoke.
And I immediately pass out.
God, really? Wow.
Right before you do, you hear from your pocket, Daxlaxl, I have a free moment. Daxy! Hello!
Yes, Zelzon.
Oh, thank God. Usually takes some time before you answer me. Thank you so much. Well, I should get right to the point. How's it going?
I
That
am
is not
very
the point.
tired.
Sorry.
Well, I'm so sorry. You should really go to sleep. But I do have business for you. So if you have a moment, I'd like to discuss a few things.
What is it?
Well, you have been summoned. Daxlaxl Faeriden. Well, it's very prestigious. I'm not gonna name names, but it was me. It was me. So I'm kind of skirting around the point. You, as my main confidant on the material plane, nothing else, have been summoned. You remember last time? Oh, sorry, just one piece of information. You remember last time I spoke? You can respond now, yes?
Yes, about the box.
No, it's about the shades.
Yes, the
dark,
shades.
The things.
Yes.
Very mysterious
Right.
and terrifying.
Darkness.
Moving.
Right.
Serious actions. So, they understood that there may be a correlation between what's happening amongst the unseeling that we cannot see to the material. And we, since you are my main confidant and a very essential part of my court, have decided that your input might be useful.
So you think that the unseen unseelie are doing things in the material plane?
I rarely think, but yes. Well, here's the thing. We don't know, but you, my political advisor, as well as my cleric, as well as my eyes beyond my realm, are playing an essential role in understanding the politics of the material plane here.
Yes, I would be happy to answer your summons as soon as we are done with our tour in hell.
Good, we will set off tonight!
No, when I'm done with my tour in hell, we have days of exploration ahead of us, and then we will return, and I can return to the Feywild.
I need you. I need you here. The meeting is in 3 cycles, and we cannot miss it. And honestly, I'm going to need to debrief you before the whole thing. There's travel, and there's ceremonies that we have to do beforehand.
And what if I don't want to answer the summons?
Oh, my dear child, I'm so sorry. I mean, you are contractually obligated to help me.
Well, I would answer the summons, Zalzan, but I have no way of getting back to you.
That's no worries. I left it with you last time we were here. You had that fork, right?
And
I have the power to aid you.
I'll check my pockets for the fork.
You do not. Grudj, you feel a tingle in your bag.
It seems the fork is gone.
Just gonna pull it out. Why is this vibrating?
It's vibrating a little bit. It's no matter. I mean, do I have to come to get there you myself? I don't like leaving my domain very often, Dax.
Do I see that he has it?
He's like across the door.
We have a kumbaya circle going right now.
10 feet away from you.
Bing!
It begins to reverberate. A soft light.
Okay, it's buzzing. What now?
Good, so you take that. I give you the power. Focus on me. We'll open a portal. Get you back here. We'll do the whole 9 yards.
Are we all hearing that?
And then I'll be back.
Yeah, it's out in the open.
This won't take long, right?
Yeah, just 3 cycles, and then it might take like a cycle or 2 for you to convey the information. Then we have tea, and then there's a feast that may take like a day or so, or a cycle.
I'll be
or
back
so.
as soon as I possibly can, everyone.
Dax, are you sure?
Time travel's different in the Fae.
But it's 3 cycles. Can I use my knowledge of having been in?
Yeah, a cycle is essentially like a day. What would be considered like a day's work in the Fae realm.
Okay, but I know that days pass differently there. As well.
Most
If you're
places
lucky,
don't
pass in
have
your favor.
like daytime and nighttime, especially in the court that you're in. When you guys were in the court of Dappled Whistlegrass, shadows and like light would move as if there was a sun passing the sky, but it never got darker than twilight. So that was indicative of like a cycle. And you are very aware that there's no guarantee you will come back a day or a year or anything.
Dax,
Can we like take a second to like say goodbye or something?
What is it?
This feels like an ending
What is it?
The sun is reclaiming Dax.
Sorry, the
What?
message is breaking up. I'll try to get a better connection.
He's reclaiming you, isn't he?
It's the contract. I can't stop myself from going.
I really hate him.
You know the way to his realm.
Provided it hasn't closed, but
Once you finish here, you can come find me. I will go with you.
Yes, of course, Dax. It's best that you go. I think Zelzan could really use your help, and I think we will be fine here.
Okay,
we'll be able
well,
to
What?
You're not fooling anybody.
yeah, please don't lie. It's unbecoming.
Dax has other commitments, and
I mean, of course, but we don't have to pretend to be okay with it.
Wait, so there's another way to leave hell this whole time?
I mean,
apparently Dax has
we
one
can't
ticket
leave
out.
yet.
I know you will survive without me. Just remember that you need each other. You particularly. You're not alone. You need them and they need you.
You're not out of this equation either.
Me?
We haven't finished training.
We're not done. I am merely going to jury duty. I have been summoned. I just have to go report to the powers that be, and then I will be back.
You still there?
Sorry, what was that?
Are you still there?
He thinks that I can't hear him.
Daxlaxl!
Can you
I don't.
Cling to your
If
faith.
he's
We
pulling
can't
you
say
home,
leave the
there's
stone with
nothing-
us so we
I
can
don't want to
chat?
get another stone and send it his way. Jackson, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Do I need to bring this back with me when I return?
That is a very good question. It will return with you if you don't bring it with you. I mean, it's intrinsically tied to me myself. I should have probably told you that before. Oh, it's gonna be so good, Daxlaxl. Have you back in the family.
I lean over. We want to keep the stone.
Sorry, what was that?
We'd like to keep the stone so that we could talk to Dax when he's gone.
That's Peter.
Oh.
Hi, Zelzan.
Hi! Oh yes, I remember you. You adventurers. Oh yes, we're good people. So well, yes, yes. I would have liked to have it back, but yes.
We're gonna keep it.
Okay.
If it doesn't work, I have sending. I will contact you in a few days.
I hope it works.
I do as well.
I like the constant contact phone thing you got going on.
Here.
And I
Dax.
put it in my bag of holding.
May I see you outside for a moment? Outside the bubble. In the hot warmth of hell.
just
For
fine.
Just a quick.
In the meantime, you take this. You'll need it more than me, and I toss you the decanter of endless water.
This is gonna be so helpful. Even though it tastes like sweat and piss.
Nuanen, how many magic items do you have equipped right now? Attuned.
Probably 1 or 2?
Two?
2.
You'll need these more than I will as well.
What?
I toss you my bracers. What are they called?
Braces of an armor.
But they're
defense.
yours.
Dex.
Bracers of defense. Yeah.
Will there not be danger?
Dex, you are going to a place where your courts are currently in turmoil with the shadow courts.
And I still have this. I have my staff with me.
Excuse you.
Let me go speak with Val, and we can continue this discussion. And
I'm not good with the undertone stuff. Do you want us to not listen?
Yes.
Okay.
That is
I
what
It's
think-
we're
implied,
asking.
Peter.
It's
Yeah, I'm not good with that.
I'll be back. We can say
Val's
our
really
goodbyes,
spicy right now. I wouldn't.
Spicy Val.
and then I'll go with you outside.
I think I go with you and I walk us like a little bit around the perimeter, and I just like lead us in a prayer for a little bit and like pray to Eldaf Alythia, whoever could possibly hear us and just ask for, as our past part, for you to be protected and for the assistance that Zelzan needs for you to grant it. And if it be their will, return to us. And at the end of this, Val will like close the prayer and get a little uncomfortable. And that thing you did for Grudj, when you brought him back, when you, the time he, how did you do it? I need to know if there's a trick to it, if there's a threshold, if there's anything I've been reading about it, but I just don't know that I could.
It was a prayer, divine magic, and this. And I pull out my last diamond. Do you need it?
Yeah. What's that? Not for me, but for them, in case.
I cannot be there to protect them, to bring them back. It's up to
Don't worry,
you now.
I'll do it. We'll do it.
For now, for a few
Nuanen and I
days.
will be, and then you shall return.
And watch out for her. She's worried about whatever that
I'm
thing
worried
is in
about
there.
her. I don't know this Alcyone that took over her form the other day. I don't know that there's anything we can do to rend her from.
She's strong.
Yeah, she'll know.
Trust in each other.
Goodbye.
Oh, and say goodbye for me. Ding! And I'm gonna concentrate on.
It reverberates
Bitch. Oh, I hate you so much.
with a light that's soft, and immediately
Dax!
when it begins to throng, you can see these motes, almost like puffs of light, begin to emerge. From your chest, a similar mote comes forward, the blessing from Zelzan that you had imbued on you just before you left. And as it hits the tuning fork, you see the sort of like reed-like leaves on either side open up like feathers and begin to extend, and they sort of wrap around you slowly. You have a moment to say something before you you head off, but in this like glow of reed leaves, you can see almost the form of Zelzan begin to envelop you and take you into a hug.
I'll say, don't underestimate yourselves. That's it.
See you later, Dax.
They wrap you in a cocoon and like falling leaves, you are gone.
I think Val just stands frozen in whatever spot and just lowers the diamond to her side and puts it in her bag. And I just walk back to the dome. We pray.
Who's got watch?
I can take the first watch. I'm up. I'm awake. I have lots to contemplate.
He's gone, isn't he?
He's gone. He's coming back. He says 3 days, but I'm not sure. He said to say goodbye.
I would have been much happier with like a hug.
Peter, do you want a hug?
I could use a hug, yeah. It would have been nice if Dax could give me a hug, but this'll work. Sort of.
Wake me up for second shift then.
Yeah. Nuanen, do you feel like taking a walk before bed, or are you ready?
I'll take whatever shift.
I'd like you to sleep first, if you could.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll take last shift.
Can I cast sending once I get to?
Yeah.
Dang it.
I'd like to cast sending on Nuanen, and I'll say, "You're in charge now. Watch after them for me. They better be in one piece when I get back."
25 words, baby girl.
Like I was in
Oh,
charge
am I allowed
before.
to?
I think you have. Isn't it 25 back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you roll a d20 for me?
Yeah. Oh, that's right, because That's a 4.
As long as it's not a natural one,
Yeah.
it comes through.
You said 25.
Mm-hmm.
How do I do this without you?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 8.
Let's see how many times I can do this.
You can upcast it as well if you have higher spell slots available.
Hi, my baby. Hi, my babies.
Actually.
Babies.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and...
You promised. You aren't leaving because of me, are you? That's it.
And you hear back. Nothing.
No, he's out of spell slots.
Completely out.
Well, of sending level spell slots, yeah.
You can upcast.
Yeah, no.
It's anything. You have stuff below,
I
but you don't have above.
second and first level
Oh,
spells,
no.
but
Do you speak it out loud or
Mm-mm.
you don't?
Mm-hmm. No,
Do you-
it's purely nonverbal. For
You
the
don't-
reply.
You don't
I'm
show.
sending.
You don't show any signs, do you?
I was like, you could probably insight her, but also like her best friend left, so.
I suppose we're all a little sad right now.
I'm gonna reach into my bag of holding and pull out the sending stone that's still there. I'm gonna go over to you, Nuanen, like, this is probably gonna come in handy. I hand you the stone. If you ever need to talk to him for any reason.
Why would I want to talk to him?
I don't know, because he's a friend, and I know you want to talk to him, and he left without saying goodbye, like I told him. Sure.
No, he said goodbye, everyone. He told me to tell you goodbye, and then, yeah, he was gonna go.
Spicy Val, that is not a goodbye.
It's fine. I don't care.
Stop!
Nuanen, you feel
God
in your
damn it.
hand, the stone sort of like reverberates a little bit and glows that soft purple light before it says, I'm sensing that there might be a bit of glower feelings about this, and I must reassure you all that this is a quick, easy, just a little romp. It's not going to be very long. It's not going to take very long. And also, this is really good. Dax, if he proves himself, may raise in the Fae Court, and maybe even find himself a baron of his own accord.
Give the phone to Dax!
Oh, yeah, one second. Well, one
Give the
second.
stone
One
to Dax.
second. Dax!
Zelzard!
There's a call for you!
I'm at the bottom of the stairs!
Oh my god. You hear like a rustling of leaves for like a solid 5 seconds before. Dax! Oh, there you are. Hello. Your friend want to talk to you.
Hello, yes?
Don't be careful with that one. I only have two.
Who is this?
Hi, Dax. It's us.
I heard a sort of like a gruff male voice, or like a sort of a very haggard older woman.
A haggard old... Who is the crone you're with?
Dax, Nuanen really wants to talk to you, but she's doing the shut-off thing.
Nuanen's there. Nuanen, I'm sorry. I'm out of spell slots. I could not respond. Not your fault. I am contractually obligated to be here. I will be home soon. I have arranged my promise to you to be taken care of by someone else. Of angelic descent, wink wink.
We all care about
Dax,
each
we
other,
could
Dax.
all hear you.
I don't know how to convey secrets over...
There are no secrets. It's a speakerphone.
Look, Val's gonna watch out for you instead of me for a few days.
I did not know you knew an angel. So this
I
is
thought
news
you
to
said.
me.
Well, you may be misinterpreting code words, Zelzon. right?
Yeah. Also, I just
Yes?
want to preface this. I don't know if you can hear me all, but if you can, this is a great opportunity. Duke Threshold is honestly the in and out of the Fey Court. So, I mean, it'll only be a quick in and out.
You heard him. Quick in and out. See you soon.
I am inclined to hold my tongue.
How long do you mortals live for?
Depends.
You know, I don't think I can answer you that question for you. Goodbye, everyone. Click.
Bet we die much faster.
Can you
in
click?
hell.
It doesn't
Can you
work.
click?
It doesn't work
Click.
like that. Please
No,
say it
we
back.
need to be done with the rock.
I'll put it
Turn
in
it
my
off.
pocket. Yeah, I'll put it in my pocket.
Is there a volume on that thing? Can we turn it down a bit? It's quite loud. Although,
Alythia rolls over.
it is nice to hear
Full
his voice. Now I'm sad
Trancing.
that he's gone again. I miss him already.
I don't feel like sleeping.
Please
You
go
don't
to
wanna
sleep,
stay up?
Peter. Wait, do you want to take what? Sleep? Sleep?
Yep.
Sleep?
Sleeping. Trancing.
Fuck, I don't care what you're doing.
As the sky,
Spicy Veil!
the sky roils over you with
fucking care either.
imminent possibility of danger.
Oh, danger.
We're taking watches, right? Are we?
Did
Okay.
you just say the sky is danger?
I'm so sorry. It's filled with meteors. So,
We're taking watches.
Yeah.
Yeah, me, my
Can we do
pot,
watches after
Sulu, we're all
Yeah.
gonna
But what's
sit
great is that we're going to take a break. So,
Yeah!
we are back. For those of you joining this already in motion, a brief recap of what happened
What just happened?
was you guys found yourselves in hell.
Oh,
You found out that where you guys were, a little recap, that you guys were at Magellan's Purse, which is a vault or a barracks that is close to a fort of a similar name. But this is all to say that this is sort of the backdrop of you guys needing to get to a place that houses a Rakshasa by the name of Biraka. Amnon has a favor to pull with them, and you guys may be able to get vehicles. You walked your way across this immense crater, gaining a sight of the hold that has long since been a ruin that stands at the only entrance to the crater itself. And after 8 hours of travel, you guys had managed to make it about a mile and a half off from the fortress itself. In deciding that it might be a good idea to not wade through the geyser fields that you have now become aware of, you decided to camp in a crag, and after a brief exchange, what am I trying to think of? A visit from a less than savory character, Zelzan, Baron of Dappled Whistlegrass, came screaming through the amethyst speaking stone that Dax had in his pocket and had brought him a bit of news. He had been requested by a duke to speak on matters in the material plane that may be affecting the Feywild, and in doing so was requested to come back to the Fey under the stead of Zelzan immediately. He waved goodbye to his friends, gave parting gifts, and with a throng of the blessing he had received from Zelzan and the tuning fork that you guys had been gifted, he was gone. And in the darkness, well, in the daylight, I suppose, or in the roiling, horrifying sky, you guys had found the abyss of sleep before you.
Temporary bliss in a small dome created by our wizard.
Who's taking first watch? Perfect. Nuanen, are you sleeping first half or second half?
First.
Sounds good. You go to sleep. You are starting to take your first watch. Is anyone else staying up? You can second.
Clover.
Yeah,
Second.
I'll take last.
Okay.
I'll take first watch, and I'm gonna.
Ooh. Are you gonna counterpart with Nuanen like you normally do? Like 4 hours, 4 hours? Or how are you doing your sleep?
I had not thought that through.
It's okay.
Yeah, Nuanen's gonna be up during the second half as well. Are you fine with that?
Yeah. No. I don't. I want everyone to be asleep at one point of my watch, if possible.
That's not possible.
But we'll see.
If you wake up earlier, if you...
If you
should
leave,
have
it can
more
be
time than
possible
everyone.
if you like...
You have
I only have 4 hours.
eight.
How long are the shifts? Are what, 3?
2.
2?
2.
well, I mean, there's a 4. Or no, you're a 2.
Are we 4 hour? Are we doing 4 shifts?
It's an 8-hour long rest, so yeah, 2 hours for
So
4.
2
2 to
Technically,
shifts, right?
you could do 2.
Two. We should not be here. We should, but not that
Yeah.
I was saying that. Sorry.
I think
Um,
basically if you're taking second shift, you will have an opportunity where these two go to sleep, where you will be the only one up for 2 hours.
Yes.
Cool. Love that. That's what I want.
Okay, so first watch.
28. Nat
Perfect.
20.
Doesn't appear to be any rustling. However, you do see some of the geysers begin to have a rapid succession in the next 2 hours before settling down.
With just that high of a perception, I'm also eagle eye watching this one here.
I'm just gonna sit right next to Nuanen.
Not too close. Don't disturb her. Let her sleep.
I'm
Also, don't get mauled by her.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Not too
I'm not
close.
awake.
Honestly, it might be a nice change of pace in hell if she actually tried to maul me, because it'd make me think of the good old days when we weren't in hell.
And she
I
also-
roll over and
I
your
take-
arm goes
I-
over one of your... I don't know how
Your
you're sitting
mouth.
next to me, but
I'm like crisscross-legged.
like goes over one of your legs.
There you go.
I
Now you're
take out a bottle
in my
of Finch wine and I just drink it right out of the bottle. Just start drinking.
Does
I'm
that
gonna-
also taste like ass?
Yes.
It does, yep.
It does. Yeah.
But I'm trying to imagine what it would taste like if it wasn't ass.
I
It still tastes horrible.
somehow almost can't remember anymore.
Yeah, that's 24 hours a bit hard.
I'll say too, by the second sip, when you're starting to get to that point where you're like, I can imagine that this tastes good. A fly flies into your mouth right before you take it. And it's like, it back into the thing.
Peter, not back into the bottle.
That's fine. I drink the fly.
Oh!
You guys
It's
are fucking
disgusting.
noisy.
We let it pass.
You want some wine?
Now I'm sleeping. Go away.
I laid out a little early, knowing that you're keeping watch.
I'll take it. Clover.
I'm gonna lay nearby Nuanen, I think.
Okay. Second watch. Sounds good. No perception.
Wait, is that
Am I going to
me
sleep?
then?
No.
You're still asleep.
You're still
I'm staying
asleep.
awake? Okay.
You're in a period
You're
of
on the
4.
last 2 watches.
We
Out
do
of 4.
have 4 out of 8 hours? I thought it was every 4 was a switch.
Every 2.
Well, it's
2.
every 2 for normal.
Okay, listen to me, friends.
Yeah.
A long rest, as we all know, is 8 hours.
I need
Yes.
8.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some of you need less, some of you need more, depending on what happens. Traditionally, it's 8. Some people in trance, only use 4. Each, you are able to use 2 hours of that 8 hours to do light activities, such as garner a watch. So each of you can spend, if you require 8 hours, one part of that 8 hours to do a watch.
Okay.
So there's 4 watches in total. So the first watch was by you, and you were asleep.
Gotcha.
You're still asleep for 2 more hours,
Yes.
as Alythia is on her watch. Is anybody else taking the second watch? You're asleep.
Can I
You
stay
require
up?
8 hours.
Yeah,
Yes.
can I sleep
yeah,
a
of
little
course.
longer? Can I just stay up to make sure everything...
I mean, you can. The
Lulu is
group
helping.
is.
You're not going to get a full
It's
rest.
survival
Well,
rest.
I
too.
think I'd want to just sleep in an extra to catch
It's going
up.
to depend on the rest of the group, though, hon.
Okay.
Essentially,
guess-
It's up to
Yeah.
you.
the party that you're working with is going to be moving right when they get up.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I lay down on the other side of Nuanen.
Safety sandwich.
Yeah. A little abyssal infernal, or a little celestial,
Celestial infernal
sandwich.
God.
You're like,
You're on the
gooey
right
elven
side, he's on the
center.
left.
Boo.
Good night, Nuanen. Just kidding.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. I forgot that I was looking at perception. My passive is
Clover
higher. Why do I roll so poorly, I think?
Sulu's up
Come on. Come on, buddy. Save Alythia.
I think that's a 7.
Oh, never mind. 22.
22?
Maybe.
Sounds good. You don't notice anything in the direct vicinity, but as everyone else is finding themselves rest, you notice that even with the box in your hands, your shadow begins to shift from the darkness towards the entrance of the cave, and it begins to stretch to almost this knife-like point out in a direction some 100, 200 feet away.
I just imagine that horror noise where it's like. Is it?
Nails on a chalkboard.
Is it dark out there?
Nope. It's the same light as before.
Good night. Wow, this is so much less sad than Dex. All right. No, can we? I'll pull out the box. I'm gonna hold it.
You notice that it's sort of like shaking, like something inside it is moving.
Okay. I'm gonna follow the shadow. I'm gonna walk toward the cave, I guess.
Sounds good. Are you doing so stealthily or just flat out?
I think I will try to be stealthy, yeah.
No stealth.
You gotta beat.
I was gonna say, can
Is
Clover try
is
and-
Clover? Yeah, is Clover.
Clover,
available?
I did roll a preliminary 19 for Clover.
22.
Yeah, no, it's not.
I'll see that Clover is distracted. Is sort of cuddled in between both of you and is lapsing on his duties as far as perception is
What a
concerned.
celestial guardian I have.
Very into you as you're able to pick yourself up off the ground and begin moving in that direction.
Beneath it.
Yeah, holding it. Is it getting more agitated or less as I walk toward the?
It's getting more pointed. So as before, it was sort of like scatteringly moving about inside. As you continue to approach, it begins to almost like point like a compass in that direction. You're almost holding the box out in front of you before you see it about 100 or 50, 100 feet. It almost leaps from your hands, and you hear the words "Baba Yaga" whispered in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
As it lays on the ground, it comes to a like a skid, and you'd imagine that with the force that it was flung, it would stop at some point before it begins to scrape along the ground until you see 30 feet off, it hit that point of your shadow and stop.
I'm gonna walk up to the box.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna kneel over it.
Mm-hmm.
Baba Yaga? Is that what you said?
As you whisper the words, you see, or you hear sort of like a soft on the wind as the thorn-like designs begin to move on the box. They trace and unwrap themselves like snakes or ropes, untwining themselves. And as they begin to straighten out, you see one fling onto the ground, its sort of wooden exterior becoming something more like shadow. Another, until this throng of thorns lays beyond this blackened box, and with it, it cracks open. There's a brief moment before shadow or mist, smoke, begins to slowly pour out of it. The box lid creaks open, falls to the back, and with it, the smoke pours up into a column. A shape begins to take form. the broad brim of a hat, a point, however askew, hanging off the back, trusses of hair, and robes like an archmage, all in this inky blackness of shadow. And you can see just behind it, her hand is sort of like edged behind her back, and there's a glint of something back there. She smiles at you from beyond her hat, and you can see in her eye this darkness that almost has like a pinprick of light, like a gemstone so black that it almost can only reflect like the sliver of light that hits it. And she says, I've been waiting for someone with potential. And wouldn't you know it, you just crossed my path.
What is it that you need someone of potential for?
Oh. Whatever you are really interested. You see, I'm a teacher of sorts. I have taught adventurers to do amazing things. Some of them didn't have the stuff to cut it, but it was fun to see them try. You have nothing binding you here, do you?
Besides money?
Well, is money real?
Only if you make it real. It does buy power, though.
Ah, a king, a queen. Interested in power, but don't know how to get it?
I have ways, but
And I have gifts. Come a little closer.
She steps forward.
How much would you pay to gain that power?
How much are you asking?
I only ask that you're able to achieve it, to grab hold of it when it's in front of you. I can provide you anything you need.
Anything.
Everything. Her hand sort of skirts the side of her robes, and before you see almost like a wand in her hand, black, that same shade of shadow, but it has that same glint to it, like a purplish flash. And she sort of raises it in front of herself, and you see as it turns, it's not a wand, but a knife, thin and needle-like, with a sort of like hooked sphere on the bottom. Not a sphere, circle on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, all you need is to take my gifts, don my title, and become my champion.
Your champion. What title would that be?
Shadowed Witch.
I do like the sound of that. What? What needs to be done?
I think a lesson is in order. There's only one way to teach, and that is in a proper classroom. So, if you take this, it will be your tool. And she pulls her hand out from back, and with it a wisp of shadow comes into her hand, and draws out a scroll. And she says, "We'll provide the lesson." And she hands it to you. looking over it, it is a scroll of a spell that you have not really any nuanced research about. It is a scroll of plane shift. And it is far beyond your magical power.
Wow. This. And I use this to get to this classroom where you will teach me to be a champion.
Same place I learned.
And where's that? It says Shadow Realm or something. Oh.
Do you not think you're powerful enough?
Not yet.
Well, if you're not there, rely in me. And you feel the anathema begin to ring, similar to the tuning fork that you had seen earlier. And you can feel a boost of power as its sort of unbridled depth of arcane magic begins to unfold before you. Mysterious. You don't know how deep this sort of artifact goes, but you've never felt a well of magic this deep before.
Wow.
If you fail, your journey just begins in a different location. I'll make do.
I will not fail.
And what of your friend?
Boof.
What?
Have you no remorse?
If I regretted every move I made for power, I would be no better than anyone else.
Like mother, like daughter. And she drops into the box, and the box clasps shut. The vine-like tendrils wrap around it with a snap, and you are left with this object and this parchment.
Alythia's gonna take a minute and decide whether or not what she just said she totally meant. So, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and cast this, but like, leave in a way that when I am leaving, there is a sound or something so that the next person on shift will wake up and know that I am gone. So what I'm trying to figure out is how to do that, because I want them to know.
You can cast it with your instruments.
You could.
I just don't know how
This is a spell casting. It's essentially like a spell casting
focus.
component.
Yeah. Okay.
Focus. So the goal is, kind of, that this will lend you a bit of power in casting the spell, but you could cast the spell whichever way you'd like to. You just have to make a check to have it go off.
to have the plane shift thing go off. Okay. I want to do that. I want to try and roll the check and make try and do the plane shift thing then.
Sounds good.
What am I rolling?
So, you are able to cast what level spell?
Yeah, 5th.
And what is the highest spell slot you have right now?
5th.
Okay, sounds good. Plane shift, I believe, is a 7th level spell.
Mhm.
So,
I just keep looking at you.
you need to make
Salty Val.
a...
Spicy Val.
I'm marinated, girl.
I believe it's an Arcana check.
Easy.
Wait, let me see. Sorry, let me just double check this.
This could end poorly.
You could be shredded into anathema.
Ooh, I love it when you talk like
You could also be buried alive and then plane up Earth.
Bright red.
Pronounce
Wet.
anathema.
Yes, so, what... I said anathema because that's the item that you hold in your hand.
I don't know what that is.
It's a
but
spiritual dagger. It's meant
Oh, I
to
thought
be
that was
a
anathema,
ritualistic.
but okay.
It's said in like 3 different ways. It's
Okay.
anathema,
No worries.
anathame, anatheme.
Sure.
Was it
It's
when I
like a
researched it was like
knife?
hard. It's you get they come in a
It's
lot
a
of different
component.
colors.
Basically.
Or not a lot of different shapes.
A lot of different colors.
This one, however,
all do.
resembles sort of like a wand. It's like a sliver of this darker than obsidian material that is unearthly. It is an ability check using your spellcasting ability modifier, and the DC is 10 plus the spell level, so this is a 17. And you may, if you are using the anathema to cast, add a +1 to that.
And it's whatever your spell attack bonus is +1.
It's my spell attack bonus?
Yeah, because it'll be your spell casting, like, proficiency
+1.
plus.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
okay.
your spellcasting ability, so.
Which dice you roll?
So it'd be
I just
the-
want to look at
The
it.
Alythia dice.
Spell attack plus.
That's the
Yeah,
dice?
+1.
This is the Alythia die.
Okay.
It's
All right.
It's my rolls have been up and down today.
That's 8, 15.
I need for you to roll a D100 for me.
Do we have just the 2?
I just need another dude.
And which one comes before
I think this represents
80?
yeah,
And then that's
80, and then this
88.
is 88.
Okay.
So it'd be
16?
16.
Oh!
What?
16!
So,
What does that mean?
you finish the ritual of the spell, and there's a part of you that is not confident. However, the sheer energy from this artifact that you found pushes past that and jettisons you into a place unknown. With a snap, you all hear a some sort of arcane blast beyond the door, and all you see is a faint wisp of blackened smoke as you are transported to a different plane. And I'll tell you that in a little bit, but not right now,
Yay!
as Alythia's gone.
All of us are up with that?
Yeah, I'd say everyone wakes up with that.
Isn't Alythia on watch?
Where's her stuff? Did she take her bedrolls here?
Everything's gone.
You guys notice that there is an object out there about 100 feet. Just there. Not Alythia, but...
Object?
It's the box.
Hmm?
It's the box. Alythia's gone.
Where did...
Are you sure?
Can you message her? Did she go with... Do you think Dax needed help with...
She would have taken the box with her.
Maybe she just stepped outside or bathroom.
Do I recognize the sound?
Roll an Arcana check. I'll say
It is-
you're
it
waking
is.
up, so disadvantage.
It's in your wheelhouse, though, as conjuration magic.
Yeah,
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
That is a dirty 20.
maybe. Ooh.
With
20.
disadvantage? Holy
Yeah.
crap.
I will say it's residual arcane energy. It sounds like the snap of some sort of burst. Potent magic, really high level. That's about as much information as you glean as you're like just waking up.
I'm going to send Reggie to go collect the object in his form as a...
Hopping his way over that direction, you can see through his eyes, right?
Mhm.
You do see the box. It's on the ground. It appears to be cracked in two.
She got it open. And she's gone.
She took what's inside.
Yeah, but like, what does that mean, though?
We'd have to ask her.
I don't know.
Are we able to ask her? Do one of us have that power?
Maybe Dax could ask her.
Well, he isn't here right now.
Okay. Alright. Give me the stone.
You're really gonna whack. You're
Dex
waking
is
up.
out of spell slots.
Fuck. You're right. Here was a stone deck. Well, that's a bar.
I'm just going to, without really telling you, but I'm just going to go, did you leave on your own, or did someone take you to Alythia?
Roll a d20 for me.
I was gonna.
10.
You hear that in your mind? Actually, you know what? This requires context. Let me get you in the other room.
I was gonna say I'm telling Uldon.
Yeah,
I'm telling. I'm gonna tell your boy.
We're dropping like flies out here, so I think
I-
it's probably best if we like stay within like inches of each other at all times. You know, just all the time. Just have a big snuggle party every night, and I'm starting to get real nervous that this is gonna become a trend. And
I don't think Val can meet anyone's eyes right now.
I'm just kind of staring into the fire, just kind of huddled up.
I'm not sure if I should wait.
Yeah.
Oof. Emotional damage.
God.
How's your Pokemon?
How's it going?
Hey,
Catching any Snorlaxes?
I'm doing well.
That's so good.
So are we.
Yep.
That's so great. I'm so glad for you.
Just me and Zelzon catching little monsters.
We're doing great. Alythia is wonderful. She can't talk right now. She will be back later.
Did we seriously just get I'll go out for cigarettes by like 2 different people?
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't forget to do your meditation.
Oh, my aunt looks
He went out for
sore as
milk,
head
she went out
before
for
she left
cigarettes.
The Underdark. Oh.
Or as well as I think
Yeah, but I'm coming back.
I just want everyone to know that if I'm gonna leave, I expect hugs.
Is
and
this-
goodbyes from
Was
everyone.
that sending
Yeah.
that you used? Okay.
Nope. I'm walking into the night. Turn my back on all of you.
Mhm. We can't even go after either of you. It's not even possible. We can't even chase you.
What did you say, Eli or Grudj?
Huh?
What did you say to her?
So did you choose to leave, or did someone take you?
I am lost. I will find a way back.
Behind the tree line, you see that same figure in shadow beckoning you forth.
I go.
I think you'll hear one last sending, and it's just fine and done. Cut off. You can't reply.
You could do that?
Yeah.
Ooh.
The arcane equivalent.
Click.
I just
So I
see you
think
make
we
that
should-
motion.
I think
No,
we should
you don't see anything. It's just still me
rest.
staring into the fire.
I'm gonna walk off into one of the side rooms. I think like either the bunk or the puzzle room. Or is there?
We're not there.
We're not in the bunker.
We're not
We're
there.
out.
We're in
We're
a little
okay.
cave.
We're in a little cave.
Oh, that's right. We traveled all
You guys
day. Holy
traveled,
shit!
like-
Where's
Yeah.
the
Yeah, we just woke up. We're in this little cave. Please don't move. Also,
Yeah,
Okay.
can we
No. I thought for some reason I still thought we were in.
do you have to go to the bathroom?
No.
Please don't go by yourself. Listen, we gotta have a buddy system now.
Peter and Val, just go back to sleep.
A rolling wind carries a whisper over to your guys' encampment. It says, "Is everything alright?"
Yep.
And you see, like, the other, the expedition crew. Most of them are awake. Some of them are still asleep. Mainly Vander, Hold On, and Guile and Amemnon are awake and are looking at you guys from a distance.
Can we not do this tonight?
I'm just gonna send back. Changed in personnel. Nothing else has changed. We will be ready to move in the morning.
Guile sort of like slowly lays down. Vander looks at you concerned. Hold On sort of like surveys the group before getting up, walking over, and being like, "Alythia didn't leave, did she?"
Your guess is.
It seems of her own volition she has left. So,
Fleeting fancies. Well, did she take that box with her?
I'll just... Yes and no. I don't believe it will be of a threat to us any longer. Either way.
He sort of like flashes his hand before him, and his eyes go a bit purple before you hear a message in your head. He says, "Best of luck with your travels. Like I said before, if ever darkness befalls either of us, we'll meet back here in hell."
Does he say that out loud just for fun?
Sending's not
Okay.
verbal.
Yeah, I'll say he's just like, writing out infernal script in the air.
Read it backwards. Well, this has been a great first night. If any of you would like to leave, I'd appreciate a heads up.
Yeah, to
I'm
be
gonna go back
honest,
to bed.
I can't leave. I am still shocked that other people were able to.
You do have the ability to respond if you'd like to. You can also not do that.
25 words.
Or you can text me. No one needs to know at this table.
Yeah, I was like that. I think what I want to say is not.
Say
something
whatever
this
you
table
want to
wants,
do
so,
with me.
okay.
Can you send pictures?
Just a middle finger.
Send nudes.
Yeah, just an eggplant.
Arcane equivalent.
Rain splash emoji.
Elda, calm down.
No.
Who are you talking?
You know what?
That's hilarious in the context. Sorry, continue.
Actually, I think all she's gonna send back is, "You promise?"
He turns.
Just laughing to himself in the dark. Well,
Before like snuggling in.
Well, if Uldan's not worried, maybe we shouldn't be worried either.
Nuanen's gonna get up and just start, like, as far in the cave, still in the cave, she's just gonna start, like, pacing the cave.
I'm just gonna.
On watch, right?
Yeah,
watch.
Yep.
I'm gonna wait for these two to go to bed, and then I'm gonna send you a message.
I am gonna.
Can you please sit with me?
Oh, I got a better
I come
plan.
back over and sit with you.
Oh,
We go to bed, Peter.
yeah, I'm
Peter,
sleeping.
go to bed.
I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna take my nighttime medicine. I'm gonna finish the rest of the bottle, and I'm gonna go sleep.
Hey, I think you've had enough.
It's gone. Here you go.
As a hypocrite, I take it away from you.
I still need a con save. Just please give me one.
It's just a bottle of wine.
I don't care.
You're drinking a full water of
Hey,
wine.
not bad.
Water of wine.
15.
Fine.
You don't need to drink yourself to sleep.
It's been a rough day. I got a couple bottles left.
Character evolutions.
But as
It's
we're
time for character evolution.
just kind of lean into your shoulder and just kind of sit there.
Boop.
You are such a good pup.
Back to the four of us, huh?
I don't remember being this lonely before.
I do.
That was a lie. I do too.
I never felt that way.
You're asleep.
I'm working on it.
Good night, Peter.
20 minutes go by. Silence.
I just think until I kind of fall back to sleep, I'm just gonna stay there. And just unless you have something else to say. Just there.
I don't move.
You hear a message in your head, Valenccya. Familiar voice. Is everything alright?
I don't know. Two of our party have left to their own accord.
Are they safe?
Unknown. The goal is the same as previous. The task is just now harder.
Wow, this seems like summer camp. Can we just talk?
I look at him like from 30 feet away and I'm like,
I need to sleep. Are you okay?
good night.
You're not okay. You're not okay.
Stop asking me about it. We're in hell right now.
Okay.
Oh God, it's so hard to sleep right now.
Hey, if it's any consolation, if they're safe, then it's better they're not here.
I know that.
Fine.
I'm glad they're not here. I wish I wasn't here.
Have a good night, Valenccya, my lady.
Good night, Vander.
Jesus.
I love you.
Love you too.
I love you too, Neoliki.
Morph!
Come here, Clover! I go back to bed for 8 hours.
Neoliki speaks in mysterious ways.
Or doesn't speak at all.
Did you ask me a question?
What? Oh, I asked if you were. You said you stayed there till you fell asleep. I was asking if are you asleep?
Shake my head. Trying. No.
What did you mean that it's not the loneliest you've ever been?
Well, it's I called to Reggie when I was my loneliest, and that started a long time ago. So I guess I'm just used to being lonely or alone. Or I used to be. I had forgotten how much I don't like it.
as much of a pain in the ass Alythia was. At least she poked me to get me out of my funks, I don't know. And as preachy as Dax could be, he usually had a point. Usually, not always. Haven't had to feel alone in a long time. It's just, I don't know, the dome's very quiet without them here. Alright, I'm just gonna turn her head real quick so she stops snoring. Okay, there we go. Yeah, alright. You're really cool. How have you been alone? How is it that you're used to being alone? You're very cool.
I guess I'm used to. I guess I'm just used to it. I don't think they're coming back.
I'm pretty used to people leaving forever, but I'm hoping not.
Yeah. The last time someone told me that they were coming back, they never returned either. Never found her.
Who is that?
Her name was Alcyone. Or Yone, as I called her.
What was she like?
She was beautiful. She had black hair and she had a tattoo of an elk that spanned the entirety of her back and right on her shoulder blades. It was one of my favorite. You know, I shouldn't be talking about this with you. I feel like for some reason.
I like hearing about who's important to you, or who was. They're still a part of you, aren't they? Even if they're gone.
She was clever. She wasn't afraid of me either. She'd put me in my place. She had a really sharp tongue, just like Alythia.
Oh, she had to be brave to put you in your place, I'm sure.
It was what was so refreshing about her, is that she wasn't afraid of me. Never. She'd get right up in my face. And she was funny. She understood my sense of humor, I guess. And though she was little, she was tough as nails. Alythia reminded me of her a lot, actually, in a lot of ways.
Yeah. You must have loved her a lot.
Yeah. I did.
I'm sorry.
You don't have to be sorry.
It's hard to believe someone could leave you. But clearly, I'm worth leaving too, so it's fine.
I thought she was dead for the longest time, and maybe she still is, I'm not sure.
What do you mean?
I told myself that she was dead because because I believed she needed to be, that she had to be, because the alternative was that she just didn't love me anymore or something. I don't know. I convinced myself she could never leave me. She'd never leave me. We were in love. She loved me. She loved me. She loved me. I told myself over and over again for 30 years as I looked for her. She loves me. She'd never just leave. Something happened. So I figured that something terrible must have happened and that she must be dead, and I just never knew what happened, and
Something changed it.
I saw her 2 nights ago.
She was in the forest? She was here?
In a sense. It doesn't really make any sense to me, but she sort of like when I have those dreams, I saw her, well, more like became her.
Is she why Dax was so bloody?
Yeah.
What do you remember, Nuanen?
I remember all of it. She, it just doesn't make sense because everything I've seen has always been someone who's already dead. And so I figured, she's dead, so that makes sense, but, she murdered someone that, as far as I knew, I thought was still alive. Or at least I heard the rumors last I checked in the High Forest was somebody who was still around, and which means she would have had to have murdered him recently.
How long has it been since you've been home?
About, she counts, you see her kind of almost figuring on her fingers. Maybe like 30-ish years, 31 years.
It's a long time, Nuanen.
Yeah.
A lot of things change. When did... It's indelicate to ask, but how long ago did she leave?
About 31 years ago.
Well, I mean, it could have been somewhat recent history in which she died, but...
True. Yeah, I mean, yeah, what do I know? I mean, she can't be alive. She can't be.
Do you think she's alive? Like, take your hands. And sit cross-legged in front of you. Just turn to face you.
I mean, she can't. No, maybe you're right. Maybe what I saw happened a long time ago. Maybe it was before I met her. Maybe it.
It's a long shot, but do you want to try? Do you want to try?
Clover barks.
Sending her a message through me.
Clover.
It's a long shot, but it's Dax and I talk to his parents through me.
Yeah, but I mean, we could, but I mean, she's she's gone, so it won't work probably.
Only really one way to find out.
What would I even say? Where have you been for 30 years? Are you alive, I guess, is probably a good start.
It's probably the best place as any.
I couldn't. No, I couldn't. I couldn't ask you to do something like that.
Why not? I just want to be of use to all of you. It's all I've ever really wanted. It's all I can ask for. I can give myself to the people I care about for what brief time I have. And that is... it's what keeps me going.
Makes you better than all of us.
No, I just...
I think so, at least.
well, you're rather generous then, aren't you?
Yeah, I guess why not?
Okay. I'll give you the spell. Let's try.
Right now? Like,
No time like the
here in,
present.
here in hell? Fuck it. Alright.
Okay.
Do y'all want to hold hands?
Oh,
Yeah.
what? Wait, us?
What? Everyone hold hands! Are we... Why are we... You two? Are you... What am...
You
What
want
is
to come back in
happening?
spiritual?
What is happening?
Why are we holding
No,
hands?
it's just
I don't know.
Sending?
You guys hold hands.
Okay.
I just want to spiritually hold
What are you
hands.
gonna do for the 25? Do you need like a second?
How does it work? What do I...
just
What do I do?
think about her. And I will channel in the spell, and you can ask what you want to ask.
Does that work?
It's 25 words?
25 words.
Someone else left it. I was like, someone give me
Yeah.
your fingies.
Yeah, we can do between us
We got figures.
20.
Yeah.
And 5 more. You'll be the last 5.
Okay, I'll be.
Can you hear this, though?
I got
I
5.
assume
I'll
you
be
probably
11 to
can.
20.
I can. I also assume that there is some of my emotion
Because last time-
transferring through this as
I'm
well.
so
Be
sweaty.
the first one.
And it's just a lot of care that you, kindness and care for you that you feel. It's just kindness, support, and care.
Oh my god.
And a little bit of awe, but that's it.
Oh my god. I guess. Is this okay? Is it? Okay.
Don't ask, just do.
Hi. Yona, are you there? Are you still alive? I've been looking for you for 30 years. How many do I have left? Why weren't you at the river? I left. I think that's it.
Sweet Mr. Diaz.
Grudj.
Mhm.
I need for you to roll I need for you to roll an Arcana check, or no, a D20 with your ability modifier. And This is not an individual you've ever seen before, and you are not familiar with.
I know their name.
You getting?
And
You getting
she's
help?
been distracted.
You may do so with advantage.
Okay. So it's my spell
Yeah, they get in
modifier
on
and
this
not my
one.
spell attack, yeah?
Yeah.
I know, I'm very sweaty.
I feel like I'm gonna cry and throw up and
dirty
all at
20.
the same time.
Okay.
Oh my
roll a
God.
D20.
Bites.
Okay.
Bite the bone, not my toe.
Do you want a little one, please?
12.
Okay. You both sense that a connection has been made. Your words travel across whatever threads of magic this world holds before you. And they find purchase in the mind of someone. And there's a brief moment before you hear a voice in your head. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Say!
So next time...
What does the voice say in
the Chantella come in for the response! Thank you so much for watching, my friends. We will see you later and forever be good, I suppose. Bye-bye.
Why am I crying?
Bye.